All right, we are live. So we had a good lobby, Dark Knight OSB. We also had Fresh, who's been winning a lot lately, but this Tap the Slap guy kicked Fresh, banned him, and I think they're still gonna play it out as OSB and Dark Knight. So I'm wondering if they hunt this guy down. I don't know how they're gonna determine who this guy is, but we'll find out. Some heated whatever you call it feelings going on apparently between Tap the Slap and Fresh. Uh, Very interesting. I wonder if Yellow actually meant to make a healer here. And that's gonna not be good here if he loses that. All right, back to casting stuff too. All right, so this actually is so crazy. There's so many dark. Look at how many dark places are on the map, and I'm wondering why it's like that. That is so weird. Um, like especially in the positions that they're in. Ooh, with me being gone here, someone actually has a really good spot of getting Egypt. So if Teal can get this, that could be a really good expansion path for him. Let's Pork is already out of the game, so Brown is gone. Violet taking a nice spot, Yellow taking a nice spot. Now look at this. The middle of the map, I've been looking. There's been little action in the middle. This was all up for grabs, and people just did not expand here. So Purple's already going Romania after getting Czech and Austria, which could be really good for Purple. And Cole pushed from the top base down. And I really don't like that play on Cole's part, but the middle is open, and they do have a chance. Purple already sees Cole down here, and Purple does an early piece with Cole. I don't like that either. Like again, the middle being this open so early on. However, so Teal and then Teal. Oh, this is Teal. So Teal actually with nine income start. So Libya and he has good island play going on. So he just took Scotland fairly easily, I believe. And if I'm Teal, I might look into pushing into here. But then you'd have to fight Yellow. But if we've seen anything from Yellow, like Yellow already, he already made a knight. Yellow plays very interesting. Healer on turn 1, Knight on turn 2, but does micro the Knight away. That's pretty cool. Teal recognizes the middle situation. Teal prevents Cole from getting Montenegro. He gets these two, and he's still top income here. And again, Purple looking pretty good as well. So Purple and Teal might clash early on, though Teal does have a lot of options to expand. Teal can go UK, he can do islands. Green is still wrapping up Greenland up here. Teal could also push from the south down here if he wants the corner of the map. Oh wow, Yellow is ruthless. As the Mid-East player here, coming out of Jordan, making Knights early on, he is just pumping the Mid-East. With Knights nonetheless on turn 3, 2 Knights, 3 Knights. Oh my gosh. Oh, he just took this off of Gray. If I'm him, I continue on, but no, he's going to move down here. He's going to try to get Egypt as soon as he can. Light Blue already begging for peace. Light Blue trying to expand into Germany here. Purple, I think, is going to let it happen. And if you're Purple, maybe you start fighting Teal early on. But Teal's going to have a lot of income. There's going to be the top two fighting early on. We have a roar from Purple. Purple making that early roar. That's going to pay off. He snipes the base before Teal can do anything about it. Teal did try to build there, but it was a little too late. But now Purple's going to be surrounded, and we're going to see how good of a player Purple is. Teal is huge at the moment. Teal has a lot of income. Oh, he might have overspent here. He should not have lost this space. Losing this space is huge. This was a perfect choke point to defend against the Romania east side. And he's kind of just pumping some units. He has 26 income, though. This guy knows what he's doing. He also has the islands to fall back on if this doesn't work out. And Purple, maybe a little too aggressive. Maybe didn't realize that Teal also has the islands up here. Purple's actually going to need help in this fight, I think. Teal has position on him and income. At the same time, oh, Yellow is trying to go for a night snipe. So Yellow does take Egypt, and he's moving back up to refocus his attentions on Gray. Blue is in a really good spot to push if he wants to expand on land. He's going to take some of these free islands right now that just have a no color assigned to them. Light Blue also is benefiting from Purple fighting Teal, and Purple is choosing the wrong position to push into Teal. The incomes are kind of scaling back to similar though, 20 to 24, and at the same time, Lavender was able to gather this. I saw, and it took him quite a bit of time, but he was able to get this without having to fight anyone. And so he actually has a good spot now, and he might push into the islands. He's starting to expand. I think he's going to go Iceland, and he already has Ireland. Oh, and Teal's pushing out into Romania. This is always such a hard push. I don't know if Purple has the goal to defend this. Purple actually spent and built a mortar already. Purple is a good player, but I think Teal here is the better player at the moment. Teal, though, just pumping out rifles and not healers, so how much of it comes down to his position and income? I cannot wait to see who these two players are. So Purple gets wrapped up in Romania, and now Purple has such a bad spot. He already has to run. Teal is being such a gentleman. This is a gentlemanly play right here. Perp piece. So he gets 6 income out of it. He still has a decent position on the map. He's kind of spread out. Yellow taking advantage as well. Blue actually asking Teal for peace, so Blue might be a little scared right now. Blue does have really good position on Teal, and we'll see if Teal decides to push down now, or if he's going to confront the new threat, which is Lavender. What a good fight. So this is just some extra spawn placement that was happening. Teal's just trying to remind Purple to mind the spawns. Peanut and Violet seem that they have a piece going on, splitting up the Western Hemisphere right now. And why would you do that, Purple? So Gray saying, why would you do that, Purple? I'm not sure why. He might have meant Yellow, and just reading the chat, he saw Purple, and so he typed Purple. Yellow doing some cool strategies with these knights and healers and microing the knights and bum rushing. He still has these original knights live on each of the sides as well, and he conquered the entire Mid East using that strategy. So he pushed out. I mean, Teal had something down here, but that wasn't too big of a threat. But I forget the other two colors. There was a person right here that he was able to push out, and he pushed out Gray up here. Around the rest of the map, let's see what everyone else is doing. So Lavender is actually trying to wrap up the north. He says, hey, Blue says we're good, right? Because what Blue's trying to do now is find a different expansion path. And this is so interesting. So Blue is now going to go for North Russia while Lavender's sitting top income like this. And I think he sees. I think he realizes that Lav took it and he can't do that. And I see some chat down here. They're asking, hey, Yellow, where are you going? And Yellow actually already making an SS. The fact that Yellow was able to do a healer and an infantry unit on turn 1. And then he pulls out the Knights on turn 2 and Knights on turn 3. He's smart enough to save for an SS. He has the best position on the map with the whole Mid-East collected. And he's going to be able to push Blue very easily with minimal losses because of that SS. Blue cannot afford an SS, and Blue is wasting on Nav up here. Blue is not making the right plays. This is definitely a strategic error on his part. Also, at the same time for Lavender, he's fighting on 2 fronts. Green has enough for an SS, and he is also hitting Lavender, but he's going to have to hit from the south if he wants to take Iceland a little bit easier. And then in the meantime, Teal isn't just going to be idle here. So Teal with the UK land split, but he is trying to grow now. So the thing with Teal that baffles me is he only pumps out infantry units. He has a couple mortars, but he doesn't have the best army composition. Although he had a 26 income turn like 3 or 4, something crazy. So we do need to watch him because he seems like a good player, but he's also not spending on, like at this stage, you want at least 1 roar, and you definitely want healers to continue to heal up your army. Then that way you can just continue to use your spawns here and you don't have to spend on infantry. He's also not even really using spawns. So I'm so confused by Teal right now. Ignore the dogs in the background. They're just excited like I am for this cast right here. So Purple is looking as well for a different expansion pass since they decided to piece. Purple is actually going to move up here. I don't think he means to hit Lavender. I think he A-clicked into red up here, and he's just trying to finish red off. And at the same time, Emerald is going to get finished off. Pink is kind of just sitting in his spot. Violet sitting in his spot. Light Blue is happy to be alive. Lavender. Oh, I'm sorry. So Light Blue actually hits Lavender. Lavender was fighting Green. Lavender is fighting Blue. This is not even really a fight. I wouldn't even consider. And this is actually not going the best for Green right now. But he does actually work the diplomacy, and Light Blue backs off by saying, hey, I'm fighting 2 people. Light Blue is like, okay, I don't want to be the guy that looks like he's teaming. Yellow with a great KD. And Peanut's like, hey, we're friends, and Yellow doesn't even say much other than the XD. So I'm surprised Yellow just stopped at Grease. Maybe Yellow kind of felt bad. Everyone's saying, oh yeah, I want to be friends with you, Yellow. Which, I mean, at this point, who wouldn't? And it's kind of cool. So Yellow pieced with Blue. And it's interesting, like, Blue is still up here, so he can actually still cause problems for Lavender because he's going to get the extra 6 income from down here. Also, Lav won against the SS here. Light Blue is actually coming here to help Lavender against what he thinks are teamers. So Light Blue definitely easily swayed here, and now he is on the side of Lavender, and so this 2v1 became a 2v2, and this is not even fair as Lavender sitting at 26 and Green at 16 and Blue at 12. Like, it was kind of a fair 2v1, and now to add Light Blue on top of that, I don't like that at all. I'd actually would really like to see like one of these players, Peanut or Violet, take advantage of that situation and maybe hit light blue for investing in an SS. I lied. Green does have his SS alive here, and he was trying to snipe this one with a bishop, so green does seem pretty good. Um, and Violet says light blue, brother. And so they're talking as comrades here. And Purple continues to hit, and Lavender pulls out the card again. Hey, Perp, I'm already fighting. So let's see if this works. I think Violet actually said, hey, brother, light blue. I think he wanted to have a 1v1 against light blue, and he just realized that light blue is fighting here, but not realizing that light blue is actually teaming green. And so light blue says Lav, take Iceland. Teal is actually trying to piece with pink. So teal, amazing start again. I'm a little confused. All we've really seen are just infantry units, not all the spawns. It's just, let's see if we can get some names going on in here. Like who could the person like this be? You have OSB, Elsu, Benjamin, Lupe. A lot of these players. I mean, obviously OSB, Dark Knight. They're like some of the best. The Kenji's a really good player, and then some of these other players. A lot of them are very consistent players in the risk community. So it does seem like the lobby knows what they're doing. You may not have like the best of the best here, but you might consider OSB to be a top tier player. And now I'm just kind of wondering who OSB might be. All right, so Teal is gonna actually hit Pink. The negotiations fell through with Pink. Pink is gonna pump out an SS, and this is actually gonna be an almost impossible situation for Teal to push. Teal's actually gonna have better luck trying to push on land if he can cut trees, but actually Pink is in a really good spot here to defend this, even with being half the income. And he says chill. Teal doesn't have a port in the south, and he can't do anything about it. And so purple and blue do end up getting peace. Blue is actually alive, even though he still has this, and he was fighting one of the top income players. He's still alive, and yeah, purple is actually just going to continue on, and he's actually helping out blue here. And now Lavender's saying that they're teaming me. Ooh, I like this move from Violet. Teal is trapped here. His expansion stalled out. He pieced purple when honestly, if you're Teal, I feel like you should have finished off purple. That's a lot of extra income, and that's the best way to push in his position. But he stopped. And so now, what is he saying? Who are you fighting? Vio and Pink? Oh, yeah, so Teal's saying he's 2v1. Now, this isn't really a 2v1, though, because a situation like this, when you put yourself on the map in two separate spots, you have to accept the fact that one of them isn't isn't your main land. And at this time, the UK is not his main land, and it's really unfair for him to think that this is a 2v1. Like, obviously, if someone sees this, you're just opening yourself up for these people to take it. Like you're basically leaving yourself open. And like other than that, like once Violet takes that, there's absolutely no way really for him to hit you. Oh, okay. I like this from blue. So or like this from yellow, sorry. Yellow actually let blue finish his war with Lav and have the north, and now he's going to finish him off down here, and that's really nice. He actually played that kind of nice, did a favor for blue. Blue's a little confused and saying why, but I mean, honestly, blue, that was a favor to you. So yeah, this is what I was saying with teal. Like if you cut these trees and push land, that's probably your best place to engage with pink there. And also pink's talking to gray. I didn't realize, but gray has Moscow. And lavender and purple are kind of in a stalemate. Purple at 29 income, lavender at 23 income. Lavender was sitting top income for a while, but he did have some issues with some other players. And you can see even that one weak SS that green kind of dwindled down. Very weak at this time. And now light blue is sitting on green's ports, and green is going to go with the Greenland defense. Ha! Greenland defense. That's great. So light blue spent a lot on SS to fight green up here. And that's also probably a misplay, because if you think about how his lands are going to be split up and how he's mostly a land nation, and he's actually putting a lot of investment onto water. And like for what? You're killing green. You were never going to be enemies with green to begin with. So Lavender, we have a charge from Sweden, and he's going to charge through Finland. At the same time, though, Purple is trying to make ground. The problem with Lavender here is if he loses this position, he's in huge trouble. This is an absolutely must-hold position right here. If Purple's SS can break free and get these ports, pushing up into Norway and Sweden becomes a piece of cake, especially when you have Denmark. Oh, and he's going for the snipe. That's a really smart play by Purple. Purple gets the snipe there. And this is what I was saying. This was a key holding position for Lav, and now Lav is going to be on the back foot. He's going to have to retreat. Lav is in a bad spot now, and this is such a smart move from Purple. Purple recognizes he can actually lose this. If he can make this hard to hold if he wants to, and like losing all this now isn't a big deal because he can reverse push from the bottom. And pushing from the bottom up through here is so much easier than trying to push from Finland top down. So with this, he's going to be able to get Denmark. He has water control around this. Lavender, his 3 SS, that's a lot of gold on SS, and he had to completely pull out. Oh, and so green actually made some artillery here, and it worked. It scared light blue off the ports. Green's just going to take his time with this. I like this. He has nothing else to do, so why not make life difficult for him? And then, so Lavender is actually pulling back now. Oh, and I didn't see this. I'm so sorry. So while Yellow is sitting here in a really great spot, by the way, Pink is stuck here, not able to push, and Teal did cut through, and he was able to push back Pink. So let's look at Pink's kill death. It's not the worst here, but yeah, all of this land's gone, and now see, he's in such a better position. Now he's going to have to bounce his SS back and forth, defending this port and defending this port. The second he loses one of those ports, he's completely dead. He's out of the game. So purple is being nice to light blue. Light blue, purple, I mean, is the one that kind of let light blue take all this, and then he focused on teal to begin with. And purple saying, yeah, go ahead, you can pass. Light blue says, good job to Lav. So Lav is now pushing onto green, and I wonder, does purple just let Lav live? I might have missed some of this while looking at the fight over here. I'm wondering though, because purple is still continuing on and taking Iceland. So that leaves me to believe, like, if I'm purple, I think I would finish Lavender off, especially with how much more income you need here. You can get 7 and 5 from Norway, Sweden. You get this, and then you can finish these guys. I don't think you let Lav be a person who can backstab you later on in the game. Oh, nice. Yeah, so Teal's actually coming all the way up here now, too. And he's going to hit Gray. And if I'm Peach, I am so concerned at the moment. I might pee my pants a little bit if I continue to see Teal pushing up here. Because look, like, Peach is going to be completely surrounded, and he's just a small guy with no allies at the moment. And I don't even think we've seen him talk. He's going to be completely encircled, and he's not going to have the income to do anything about it. Purple taking his time here with this push. Makes sense though, like any units he puts here, he actually has to build. He's not trying to use too much money. He has this army here, he can surround this. Purple does ask Violet for peace. Violet though, not having it. Violet is actually going to go in, he hits with 1 SS, and he is going to do a land drop. And let's see, Lavender's just looking for a place to live. And light blue is still helping over here with green. Light blue did grab this, and that makes basically marks the end for green. The city and being able to push makes it a lot easier. And Violet now. This game just back and forth action. Look at Violet's kill death here. Pretty freaking bomb. And he was like, he got most of the land that he has for free. He has a good deal going on with Peanut down here where they're not having to worry about each other. And you know what this looks like to me? Yep, this looks like he might be getting ready for a push. If he makes a mortar and cuts these trees, Teal could be in big trouble. At the same time over here, so Purple had an SS, and Purple is now doing, yeah, so he has his SS split. He has 1 here, and then he has his 2 over here. And he's going to have to bring all these troops back, and Purple did not get a chance to breathe. He had to fight Teal. Well, that was not his choice. Then he fought Red, and then he fought Lav, and now he's fighting Violet. So he doesn't even get the benefit of these fights and owning the land, because this is 12 income Norway, Sweden that's being taken from him right now. Purple did have gold to spend on more SS, so he's going to hold this position for a while longer. He is definitely out-incomed by Violet, and he has a lot of income that's very weak to being snapped. Like this 4 right here is going to be gone here soon, because I don't think Purple can fight with the SS here. And this kind of sucks though, because his SS are split, and his 2 out here is stranded. So he really needs these to be able to survive. And if he actually gets this snipe here, Violet notices, but like just in time, but still took quite a few hits on that SS. And here, so Peach, I was thinking that he was going to be sweating over Teal over here, but no, it's actually Blue, and Blue pumps out a tank. And Blue and Peach are actually pretty close in income, but Peach is a better player. So the reason why I say that, Peach actually has wars. He's roaring his units. If you click, I can't actually click on these guys, but he has a full back line of mortars as well. And you'll just see Blue going in. All right, I guess they're kind of staying similar. Is he actually using the roars and roaring? I think he is. I think he is. That whole line just crumbled, and with that tank gone, yeah, Blue is not going to have anything to tank up to soak up all this damage, and Peach actually might be out in a good position to get Russia out of this. Oh, I am so blind. Okay, I did call it though. I did say that yellow would push here. He actually didn't cut. He just took it all for free. But the second I look over here, like I'm literally looking all over the map and I look away from the minimap for like 2 minutes and yellow now has all of this. Oh my goodness. Ugh, I can't believe I missed that. But yeah, so yellow pumps out some two tanks, and again yellow. And a great. I don't know if this is a role player, if this is just like how they play. Like they're a good player. They're a freaking good player, and I think this could be. I don't want to say OSB, but like I don't really know his style. I always thought that he played very aggressive and nonstop action, which kind of made me think that it was purple, right? But oh my goodness, I don't know. And I would love like you got to go down, you got to comment right now. I need to get guesses here, not before you finish the video either. Like I want to see if we're on the same page here as like who yellow might be, because yellow has a great kill death, and they were doing wonky things with the freaking healer and two infantry turn one, knight turn two. He's got tanks over here. He's got more knights. These are probably the same three knights that we were just talking about. He's doing a good job keeping them alive, and he knows how to push with this. Like, oh my goodness. So he does actually piece with Teal. He doesn't want to get too far ahead of the lobby, or else he might risk the lobby turning on him in a coalition manner. And now that this port's been captured, sorry, lots of casting today. My throat's getting very sore. Now that this port's captured, Pink is pretty much dead. I mean, he could try to do something here, but again, like it was always a matter of time. Once Teal took the land win, Pink's income got cut heavily. He's out income big time, and when you cut these trees, the position just isn't the best anymore for defending. And yeah, I mean, blind caster again. Maybe I'm a little rusty, or maybe too much casting today, but missing some of these very intense SS fights, and this is crucial for both Violet and Purple's games. Purple more so because this is like his life right here. So purple really holding on, trying to, like, if you're Violet, you can block this bridge with infantry. Like you just have to click on these guys and move them right here, and purple can't escape. Purple, I think maybe Violet was doing a trap and trying to bait him out here, but he didn't really have a chance to escape anyways. And Violet with an insane kill death ratio, and he's been playing it so well. Purple here still holding on though. He has some of the inland stuff that he could be a little more difficult to take. And oh, this is so beautiful to see. So lavender has sanctuary up here. Light blue actually gives green sanctuary after all the teaming. And you know what? It kind of looks like a blockade around light blue. You got the transport blockade, you got the SS, you got all these guys. He's actually gonna lose a knight to the tower. That's kind of funny. Say bye bye night night. Or night night. Say night night. See, I'm working on my puns. Caster puns are a big thing. Look, he's even shaping his knights into like a formation to kind of like block green off. We've seen some prison sentences lately in some of these recent games, and looks like light blue is instating a lockdown on green, which is just absolutely goofy. Okay, so Pink is going to hit teal again, and that is because, look, caster, I'm not as blind this time, I see it. Pink actually has a chance to live here. So Pink was in a very rough situation, but yellow sends his SS here, and now yellow's pushing up. And again, teal, by the way, teal had a great start, great expansion, crazy expansion, super crazy. Like that was mind-boggling expansion for this, how many players were here. And now he's kind of crumbling. So that's kind of like the expansion part really good, but the actual fights themselves maybe not the best. And the army compositions themselves are mostly just units, like too many infantry, not enough mortars, not enough healers, no roars in sight. So definitely, if you're watching this teal, that's a big thing that you could improve upon, is just working on that army composition. You're definitely doing good with cutting the trees and stuff and knowing where to defend, but yeah, like that. Yeah, I don't know. The expansion was just amazing, but yeah. Let's see. So Gray running now. So Teal took him out of Moscow. Peach actually wrapped up his fight with Blue, and then they went for Novaya to really finish off Blue. And Blue is dead. So that was Sauce. So poor Sauce here. Sauce is a pretty regular in the Brisk community, and we just saw an unfortunate game for him. And this is a pretty big, so Gray coming in and sniping stuff from Purple. We'll see if Violet lets this happen, because Violet should be the one to get all this land. And Purple is going to draw his line here. So Violet actually says, yeah, go ahead, take his land. And actually, this could work out really well. If Gray takes this and then Violet makes Gray the one to finish off Purple, Violet doesn't have to worry about spending gold and wasting his gold down here. And he kind of makes a buddy in Gray at the same time, so it's a twofer. Um, yeah, like look at this. Okay, so we actually have a lot of mortars now coming out for Teal, and Teal's doing a really good job defending. And Yellow just making weird army compositions too. And the other thing with Yellow, he's not making wars as well. He has a tank here, he has a lot of healers, he has some mortars. He doesn't have, like both of these people are not making wars, and so I am just kind of confused at the moment. A roar makes a huge difference when you have this many units. All of them get a plus 25% damage boost, and that's basically adding, like, just think like an extra 25% of the overall army. So the more army you have, and like especially like mortars and stuff, like they're doing more, and you're just getting more value from them. I'll end my rant here, but I was a little peeved to see both sides not doing that. So Purple and Gray are going to fight kind of like I predicted, and Gray's going to be left fighting Purple alone, and he's going to be out-incomed here. It'll be interesting to see if Gray has been saving onto money. He does only have 69 deaths, and we're 26 turns in, so I think that he might have more money than Purple if Purple did actually spend all that money on SS. Um, Purple has a Dark Knight vibe to me. I don't know why. I'm just kind of getting feels that Purple might be Dark Knight. And look, Violet's actually going to come help Gray out just a little bit. He's going to support with SS here. And that's going to make Purple's life pretty rough. Peach with the show of force in Russia to show people it will be difficult to take his lands. And he does have a pretty good kill death. He did that against Sauce as well. He had a really good fight, good army composition, and he kind of wrecked Sauce there. So he benefited well, and now he has a lot of troops left over. Yellow's doing some role playing, and Yellow's like, I can only support you. So he does have an ally in Pink. He's basically he has supported Pink. He's saved Pink this whole time, and he's role playing hardcore with Pink, and I really like seeing that. So if he says that he'll just support Pink, he's not gonna start World War III. Don't really know what that would mean. But yeah, I mean, I think if you're Yellow, you finish off Teal here because Teal is still pretty strong. If Pink and Teal have similar incomes now, if Teal actually could have more of a front line, this would be a massacre with how many mortars he has, but he has too many mortars and not enough infantry. And Pink does have artillery, which are really strong here for these fights when you're spamming lots of infantry like this. I know you'll hit me later. No, I'm saying I'm like global homo American empire. Again, I don't know who Yellow is. Very interesting. What's happening here? So Violet kind of pulled back. He is letting Gray do this fight here. This is a bad fight for Purple. Would be better if he could actually pull back a little bit, because then you could have two towers hitting. You could, I guess you can't really make a ship here either. Actually, if you make a ship, it depends. If Violet gets involved, you're screwed, so you can't make a ship. If it was truly just Purple versus Gray, a ship here would be good, but I think it will just spawn die if he does it. And this sucks for Purple. Yeah, look, this is really bad, though. He's getting kind of circled up here. You have more infantry of Gray hitting Purple than Purple is able to hit. I'm not even sure his tower is ranging some of these. I'm trying to look for arrow fire, and I could just be blind, but I didn't see any. And yeah, I mean, the artillery is doing some work. He has two artillery. He has another artillery coming in. He has a roar that I haven't really seen him use, but I would assume he's roaring. Yeah, these guys are roaring, so that's good. Yeah, Gray's generals actually can't do much in this situation here. He doesn't have, like, the flanking maneuvers. I like what I'm seeing here. I think Violet is actually going to pull stuff around. So I thought that OSB might be, like, just role-playing and stuff, and, like, that's what, but I think Violet might be OSB. And I would actually love to see a Violet versus Yellow fight. Problem is, um, wait, Gray take Estonia. Oh, okay, so yeah, Violet's gonna give Gray additional land. Violet did give Peanut this, and Violet and Peanut have been pretty chill all game, and I have not seen Peanut talk too much. Light Blue and Violet have also been chill, and oh my, like this is, Light Blue has been so bored that he is just making like this is the most packed amount of units I've ever seen. This is, oh, no, oh, Light Blue is just having a blast here. Light Blue is a map painter. He just wants to, like, put units in, like, the weirdest positions on the map. It'd be funny if he actually spelled something out with his ships here. That would be pretty cool. All right, so I thought Violet might be swinging around, but if Violet's gonna engage with Yellow, he actually needs these ports over here. So I'm wondering if he can do like a trade with Peanut maybe to have a big fight with Yellow. Oh man, and Pink is cutting with one mortar here. I would like to see Pink finish up all these. He's like, hey, remember when you cut my trees here? So I think he's kind of taunting Teal. Is that a taunt? I think he might be rubbing it in Teal's face. To no fault of Teal, though. Yeah, Yellow is the one that kind of saved you here. Oh, yeah, yeah. Pink is actually mad. Pink is really holding a grudge here. And now he's going to do the tree cutting. He's going to be in the shoes that Teal was in. And he's going to cut the trees and scare Teal. He's in the power position. Ooh, also look at this. So purple. Oh, and Violet's saying no to Estonia. Violet does not want that to happen. I think we're going to see SS movement come back maybe for support. And he's actually landing. Yeah, so Violet says no. And then purple says, sorry, Vio, didn't mean. So purple pulls back, and we'll see if purple and Violet can get over their fights. Because Violet is actually the one that hit purple, and purple is trying to come across as not a grudgy player. Teal moving troops to the south here. What else do we have? Yellow just kind of chatting and having some fun. Um, let's see, let's see. Light blue probably having the most fun in the lobby right now. He's gonna spend everything. Purple going with the misclick. I've used that so many times. I've definitely used the misclick many times here. Ooh, oh, Violet's actually pumping out tanks. Violet's gonna push hard. So he wanted Gray to be in the position to do that, but Gray wasn't strong enough, and Gray actually, with 197 deaths now, so losing 100 plus units there. And Gray's gonna try to help, but I think it's best if Gray just kind of sits this one out now and lets Violet handle it. Yeah, Gray is gonna let them sit. The tanks are gonna do a lot, but here, ooh, this could be really bad for Violet if Purple has enough gold here. If Purple has enough gold, he kind of has these tanks trapped in a down position right here where they're trying to beach, you know? They're trying to, not the B word, but beach, like they're trying to land. Um, yeah, okay, no. I don't think Purple has enough. Yeah, he doesn't have enough, and the tanks are barely taking any damage. So, caster overreaction here. I think Violet is going to, with these tanks, wrap up Purple. And he is going to give Gray this. Gray was like, hey, can I still have this? He's like, yeah, but Violet is the one that's going to have to kill Purple because Gray was not able to do it. We have movements over here. We have a little parade of flagships. I can't not look at this, right? There's going to be a parade going back and forth. Oh, look at that. It's so beautiful. Light Blue's having so much fun over here. Um, Pink's still alive, and is Pink cutting? Yeah. Once Pink cuts these trees, he's going to be able to absolutely wreck Teal. So Pink has about the same type of army composition, but Pink also has artillery, and he's going to be able to just, like, basically do this kind of U shape on Teal here, pushing up. Towers won't help with the defense. Even if they have similar income here, I think this is going to be the death of Teal. He does have Moscow, and you may wonder, like, maybe just letting him have Volga and pushing back to Moscow. I don't know if that's a better play. Also, wait, do they have the same? Okay, they don't have the same income. Pink has 14 now, so he must not have had South Russia for a turn or something. That was weird. Um, yeah, I mean, I guess you still have the same issue in Moscow. Like, once the trees are cut, you're kind of screwed. It might even be a worse position, honestly. I kind of feel bad for Teal. Such a great start to the game. Had a great fight against Purple. Won against Purple. Again, I think it was a mistake. Should have kept pushing on against Purple. But, yeah, this fight with Pink never really made any sense in trying to push Crimea here. I know he was trying to piece Pink, and Pink was being quiet, but that just kind of backfired. Um, Wow. Yeah, look, yeah, purple actually living. So purple lives on. He runs. Yellow gives him sanctuary. Um, Peanut, everyone's kind of role playing this game. So Peanut is making some pizzas here. Purple's like, hey, look, I'm getting bullied. Gray is gonna get land out. Gray's probably the happiest person other than light blue. It's probably Gray at the moment because he gets all this land for basically free. Violet won it for him hard fought with tanks, and I think Violet's tanks are in these transports, and he's starting to move everything over. Yeah, maybe Violet isn't OSB, and maybe Yellow is. You know, I'm just caught off guard here by who is who. I'm not even gonna keep guessing. I leave the guessing to the pros in the comments. You all do the guessing here. I'm obviously horrible at guessing. If you watch any of the tournaments, whenever I throw out a name, I'm completely wrong all the time. So why bother? That's my weak point. I'm just gonna, I'm not even gonna try anymore. Purple definitely gonna die there, but purple does have this with a protector. So yellow has two protectors. He has purple and he has pink. Violet has gray. And do we count any of these people? Are any of these people technically, I mean, to be fair, they're protected by Violet because Violet's the only one that really borders them. Oh, I actually did not see this coming. So light blue versus peach, and if you're peach, you basically just got to give this port up. But everything else, once you try to get into Russia, you defend. And light blue will not be able to do much about that, especially if you can hold him and refine him to just this area. He won't be able to make enough to push out here, and the SS will be useless, and that's a lot of gold into SS. Violet is going to start transporting everything down here, and I do think we're getting built up for a Violet and yellow fight. Yeah, and look, yellow is actually saying like, hey, I can't help you kill teal, but I can help encourage you. So he's saying no loose ends. He wants teal dead, which, if I was yellow, I'd be in the same boat. You ratted teal super hard while he was busy fighting. You took his land for basically nothing. I would want teal dead as well. So probably the best thing that he can do is, and he's doing like violet and yellow, very similar strategies. Violet tried to get gray to do his dirty work against purple, and yellow's trying to get pink to do his dirty work against teal. Ah, so we do have similar strategies going on. Yellow definitely in the better position, but I think Violet might be a bit better of a player based on some of the things that we've seen. So we'll see, we'll see. Transporting tanks though is very risky. If he loses any of those tanks or any of those transports with tanks in them, that's a lot of gold down the drain. And look at this, finish him! So we're yelling now. He might be getting impatient or maybe just strong encouragement. And Violet says yellow. I wonder. Yeah, see, this is gonna be a casus belli for Violet. Yellow is harboring the enemy. And yellow's like, oh, he won't hit you, he won't hit you. Well, guess what? By turn 100, when the dust settles and people are dying and there's not many people left, purple is totally gonna choose yellow over violet, and you can't have that happen. So yeah, no harboring of enemies here. If you are violet, you can declare war to try to kill purple, and that's a war worth fighting right there in my books. Lots of mortars again, so they're both better army compositions this time. I just don't get the no roars. Who doesn't make roars? Like, especially for mortar lines and for artillery, like, you roar them to make them do insane amounts of damage, and that's not happening. So I think if Pink's just going to keep pumping in here, without the infantry line here, Teal's pretty much dead. Teal kill death. I'm so confused by Teal. Teal had, again, I was, like, drooling and jaw dropping. Ooh, that's actually a tongue twister. Say that 10 times fast. Jaw dropping. I can't. So he had that jaw dropping expansion early on, and then kind of fizzled out. And I think it all started with that piece against purple. Ooh, yeah, this is what light blue gets. Well, light blue is just kind of role playing though. But he spent all on SS, and his land is now yoinked. So Gray has yoinked that land, and it is now Gray's land, and Gray is in a good spot at 24 income. He has more to come. Rare Pepe with some crazy expansion. Maybe he's been watching lots of videos lately, practicing, I don't know, playing a lot. But again, that expansion was just awesome. And he ends up fizzling out here. Good game, Rare Pepe. You did a great job, buddy. Definitely some room for improvement, but that's a good thing with how good of a player that you are. The fact that you can improve is just icing on the cake. So Gray here, 20, he's going to be close to like 30 income. And that's about the time when you're not really a pirate status. I don't even know if he's officially Violet's pirate, but Violet has basically given him all this land. So, I mean, unofficially, he's definitely Violet's pirate. And Violet is making moves down here. And this, oh my gosh. This always stresses me out so much. I hate seeing this. Violet also has a roar ready to go. Oh my gosh! And Yellow took Malta. Yellow using armored transports, and Yellow with a show of force like we haven't seen yet in this game. This might be all of Yellow's gold, honestly. Although 39 turn, I mean, this could be all of his gold. This is at least like 25, 28 SS, maybe more. I can't do the math, like quick math like that and counting like that. Yellow has bank. Violet realizes how much bank he has. Does Violet have bank? We were about to find out. Um, and Peanut and Gray are being friends. They're being friends. Peanut just wants to live his life here. His little life is getting split. Yellow's just like, hey, leave me alone and there won't be problems. Well, there has to be problems. You guys are the top incomes and no one's even close yet. And you both have exerted your influence on the map. You have pink, you have purple, he has gray, he has whatever this is. Also, very funny. So Light Blue loses all of his homeland where all his income is. Doesn't mind. Light Blue's carrying on, business as usual. All money in SS. Still fighting Peach up here. Oh my goodness, that's kind of funny. Oh, oh, oh! Yellow chooses this over Violet's. Oh, poor Purple. We're gonna see who Purple was here. Wait, Purple's still on the Nomad timer. Oh! Oh! Yellow says, sorry, Perp, but Perp, he slithered his way out of that one. He's a magician. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And Pink, what's going to happen? Oh, what's going to happen? Pink's going to put in a tough spot now. Pink doesn't want to kill Purple, but Pink, it belongs to Yellow, and if Yellow says it, oh my gosh. If you're Purple, you are shivering it with fear right now. Okay, so Pink says, yeah. Now, this could actually... Yellow's whole alliance and building block, or the block, his alliance block is crumbling, all because of Violet's threat for war. Yellow had to kill Purple here. Pink is now put in a tough position and had to let Purple live here. Ooh, wait, is Pink actually moving? Oh, no. No, Pink, you dirty, dirty dog. This is so unfair for Peach. Peach is already fighting Light Blue. He only has, like, no income because North Russia's cut. And Light Blue spent all these SS to fight him for no reason. And now he's going to get backdoored. Oh, yeah, Pink, you dog. Yeah, I want Gray to... Yeah, Gray's moving. I wonder... So, it would be nice if Gray would use his spawns. Lots of people don't use spawns for some reason in this game. Um, yeah, there's just free units. I would love for Gray to help out Peach. He said, yeah, look, and he's although look, he's actually saying you can have your lands. You can take your lands if you just be nice to Peach. He'll Gray's not really in a position to tell Light Blue and ask and be friendly. Like, Gray kind of cucked Light Blue and took all this income. But now he's saying, hey, Light Blue, take your lands back. Just let Peach live, man. So I think Violet would push Yellow, but he's scared of how much bank Yellow has. And this is a really hard position to push. And if all of these are full, which I assume that they are, that is really scary for Violet. Like, all his are full too. I mean, the only thing he could do is if he sneaks attacks and steals these ports first, he'd be in a pretty good spot. But it's so hard to do that. Like, I think Yellow would see it coming. Unless Yellow gets busy somewhere else. Yellow's starting to move some troops. Yellow really likes his knights. Again, not sure. But yeah, Yellow likes his knights. Not going to say anything about who it might be. Oh, yeah, see, Light Blue's going to be able to get all this now because Peach had to address Pink. And Peach is showing he's a good player. Like, he's not bad at all. He's just been in a rough situation in Russia all game, and that's typically what happens in Russia. What is West Greenland up to now? So I think Green's just cutting trees. I mean, Light Blue's just enjoying life. He's doing this over here. He's being a clown over here. Lavender, under the radar, was a top income person. Sorry, big yawn. And now he's just confined to this area, so I don't know if he has gold in the bank and if he can make a move. He does have these 3 SS that I didn't notice. And I'm assuming he's pretty friendly with Violet since Violet's the one that hit Purple and Purple's the one that killed Lavender. I think I said all that right. Ooh! Yeah, so Gray doesn't actually want Purple to live. Gray, if you recall, was doing the dirty work for Violet, And so, yeah, Gray actually coming all the way across, snipes this city, which doesn't hurt Peach at all, and hits Purple. And he's actually, this is good for Gray. Pink's lands are up for grab here. Pink overestimated his situation. He thought he could come and take Peach, but he could not. Peach was playing, this is what smart players do in Risk. If you're getting hit from two fronts and you realize you can't do something in one of them, you just back up and you only focus on one of those fronts. And oh my god. Yellow, oh my god. Yellow. Yellow is helping Pink. Peach is getting teamed by the top income. Light blue. He was winning against Pink. Oh my gosh, and Gray, now Gray just is chasing Purple, but at the same time, he's getting all of Pink's land for free. And Yellow's coming in here now. Oh, I need some movement against Yellow, because this is just so mean. This is a bully. Everyone has to feel so bad for Peach right now. Peach earned his Russia against an even fight with Blue. He got hit from Light Blue for no reason at all. He got backdoored by Pink. He moves all his troops. He completely wrecks Pink in a fair fight. And now Yellow, as the top income, is teaming him. Oh, and we have a savior. Yellow notices this, though. Yellow's not a bad player. Yellow sees it on the map, even while he has this. But this is really going to test Yellow's limits. Too many people against me, he says. And that's a funny joke. I really don't like Yellow. I want Yellow to get wrecked here. Yellow teamed Peach. Peach was 1v3. Yellow has triple, quadruple the income of this guy as well. And now he's complaining that too many people are against him. He says he's saving his ally, but his ally is the one that hit Peach in Russia. Oh my goodness, yeah. I really want... So Peach is a good player, and Peach is going to make him pay for this. Yellow's not going to have the attention span to hold this. Also, Purple came in here, and he ran for the time being. Oh, Violet with a huge drop. Huge drop. Oh, and Violet did what I said. Violet was able to take this port. This is really good for Violet. Yellow is getting absolutely bloodied up here. His nose is so bloody. He's trying to... Oh, another drop from Violet. Each drop is worse and worse. Yellow is holding on to this fight, but he should not be fighting this right now. He's gonna pump more into SS. He's got such bank. He's being funded by the Saudis over here. He has endless supply of gold, but is gold gonna be enough? Oh, he comes around from the north side. This is a trap. Who's gonna win? What a trap. This trap is insane. Violet's pumping out more SS. He was fed, but now this could turn really ugly for Violet. Violet's nose is getting bloody. We're in round 3 of this fight now. Both of them hanging punch for punch. Who's gonna hold on? Violet is right now in a better position, I think. Merely for the fact that Yellow is going to have to hit at the same time with all his SS. He might have too many SS down here. Violet has a huge clump up here, but this tower is doing damage. And oh my goodness, Yellow might have pulled back too far. Yellow pulled back too far. He's going for the north. Violet is going to take this, I think. Violet is pushing and pushing hard. Yellow tried to snipe this city. He has to pull back. Yellow taking this, but this has no impact on the fight at all. That was a misplay. The strategy's failing for Yellow. Peach can actually do some damage now. Peach could do some serious damage, and Purple could get some payback for what Yellow did earlier. Purple has the whole Central Europe open. Yellow thinks that he's going to cut income, and that's going to win the day, but no, having the most SS at the end of this fight, that's going to win the day, and he is getting fed on. Oh, the hungry hippo makes his appearance again, this time in the form of Violet. Hum, nom, 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 nom. Violet is going. Oh, he's the cookie monster, and Yellow is providing endless cookies. Oh my gosh. Yellow just fed Violet so many SS, and he made the worst play possible. He thought cutting income would be anything, but that's not the case. It's not the case. Violet is making moves, and Yellow is trapped with his SS down here. Yellow thought he could do it, but he can't. Peach is actually being kind here. Peach doesn't push any further. Purple's still alive. Gray gets a lot of land out of that. I gotta get back to normal casting voice, because holy mackerels. That was crazy. Violet and Yellow back to back. And now Yellow is going to have no SS. I don't know what he was thinking. The position over the top was such a cool move. It's smashing and smushing those Violet SS here. He had Violet in a really rough situation, but cutting those cities that didn't do anything, and now he gets tank dropped. This could be a first for the YouTube series. I've never seen a tank drop on an SS before like that. Oh, he doesn't get the kill because they're a little too clumsy. but that was still very cool to see. And this is unreal. Unreal. The amount of SS that Violet has right now is unreal. Oh my goodness. And so Peach and Light Blue still doing their thing. Oh man, if I was Peach, like you're friends with Gray, I think I would have taken advantage of Yellow here and tried to get more of that land. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I mean, Yellow is in a hugely bad situation. He, oh, so Yellow says that Violet is OSB, and he thinks that everyone's supporting him, but I don't think that's the case. I think Gray will eventually hit him. I don't think Gray's allegiance is tied too much, and he's already getting a transport ready. And the only person I can think of him hitting with a transport is Violet. Um, and yeah, I mean, Yellow kind of did this to himself. Like, Yellow, I don't feel bad for you here, buddy. You might be a really nice guy, but what you did to Peach, that was ruthless. What you did to Purple, that was ruthless. And I guess Purple's still alive here. But then, like, also, like, you had some good plays, but misplayed this, I think. The transport drops really hurt. I don't even think I saw a transport drop from Yellow. Like, he had a bunch of transports, and I don't know what happened with them. They were armored transports, too. Oh my goodness, yeah, but really, I think the biggest thing comes down to Yellow not having this and this, and Violet being able to take both of those. That was pretty big. Oh, Light Blue it had his Light Blue was like a freaking shark with dinner or something, you know, like playing with his meal. Oh my gosh, and he finally took it. Or maybe Green left before, I don't know, but he finally got what he wanted there. But yeah, what do you do in this situation as everyone else? Like, sorry for the hiccups, but Gray here. Um, I think Gray does hit Violet. If you're Violet, I think it's fine. I think you have to kill Yellow. You're gonna get huge, you're gonna get teamed. Um, Gray's really the only other person with significant income that can do anything about it. And here's the thing, you could make life a little bit difficult and slower for Gray by just like slightly defending this area. Um, and in the meantime finishing off Yellow. Like Yellow used every single dollar he had on SS and he lost all of it. Yellow's trying to say, hey, I guess Violet wins, but I'm telling you, like, Gray is gonna help. Purple also, see, this is why Violet wanted Purple dead, and Yellow was like, oh, Purple's no threat. Yeah, Purple is going to try to kill Violet, obviously. Um, but yeah, so this is gonna be interesting here. He's gonna try to hold out in Jordan. It's gonna be actually pretty difficult. He's spending some tanks here. This is gonna be really difficult for Violet. It's gonna test how good of a player Violet is. So Violet is gonna be able to push from a really good position here with SS. And the other thing is like Violet will not die. So Violet has a lot of income right now. He's not spending too much with what he's doing, and he has the biggest SS fleet by far. Also, we gotta keep in mind, like, he got fed. Like, all the SS that he killed, each one of those SS was worth, like, 12 gold. So he got fed pretty significantly, and now his kill bonuses are going to be pretty big as well. So the bounty and the feed there, very huge. Light Blue and Peach are no threat to you, and this is actually... Oh, wait, what did I miss here? Oh, okay, so Pink is actually going to take Ukraine, and I don't know... He's getting Ukraine either to fight Peach or to fight Gray. Ukraine has nothing to do with helping against Violet, so that's not the best play if you're a pirate here. You don't want to see your pirate say, hey, give me Ukraine, and that's a worthless land. Yellow again with another tank. Yellow's army comps and stuff are so different than what I'm used to seeing. I can't wait to see who this player is. Violet not utilizing any of his SS. Which is fine, I guess. Gray. Oh, Peanut. Oh, oh my gosh. If you're Violet, this is the chance to go for the win. Oh, this is your chance. Peanut is actually done making pizzas. He's fattened up on his pizza making in Italy, and now he hits Gray. And he says, you ratted. He doesn't care about what's going on up here. Violet actually doesn't look as big of a threat if you just look at income. But once you start looking at KD and Fleet, Violet's the biggest threat by far in this lobby. Peanut doesn't look at that, though. Peanut says, like, oh, look, you're being a rat. You're hitting Violet. Violet's getting teamed. I got to help him. And that's actually huge for Violet. This gives Violet the much needed time to finish off Yellow. Yellow's still a big threat in this lobby, even though his kill death isn't the best. We have the tank drops here, which from Violet, he didn't actually have to spend gold to make these. These were left over from his fight with Purple. And yeah, Violet getting the top base here, he's going to surround this, and he really needs to get a push on this. He's going to lose his tanks here, I think. This is going to be a rough spot to push from. If Yellow has more gold, he can make this really difficult. The SS support isn't going to be there, and what he really should do is he should be pushing from this angle as well. He definitely needs more land and buildings to be able to push from. He's also being really slow here. And again, that's where the SS could come into play. You could throw some SS here, like he has enough there. He could put SS up here. At the same time I'm saying this, it is a lot to do all at once. Like, that's why I would probably hold off on this fight, because this fight's less important, I think. This fight doesn't net you much. Get out of here. It's really hard to push for that position. You can hold this all day, and then you focus on this first. That way Yellow doesn't have income. And then you can push from to the Turkey part. You can push down in here because you can take Lebanon. You can take this pretty easily. Once you cut trees, then you kind of encircle him, and then he's smushed between you, right? Right now, when you're pushing up here, you're really just trapped, especially if you're not going to use SS to take Lebanon at all. So Peanut made a lot of tanks, but these tanks are getting kind of trapped by Gray. Gray's not a bad player by the slightest. Like, we've seen Gray make some really good plays here. Gray right-clicking there, that wasn't the best though, but that's okay. Misclicks happen. These tanks are kind of trapped, and I think maybe he wanted this base so that he could trap the tanks even more. He re-lost that, but Peanut does have even more. And Purple actually gets this out of the deal, and yeah, see, this is why it's so bad for Violet. Oh my goodness, this is why Violet needed Purple dead. And this is why Yellow's thing, I don't know if Yellow was just like trying to be like, oh, he won't harm you, but like that was false. That was definitely a lie. Ooh, if these are loaded, that could have been bad. But yeah, like Purple is gonna be super annoying. And Lavender! Oh, things are continuing to look up for Purple for Violet. Every time I think Violet is kind of losing ground here, someone comes in and helps him out. Lavender has a grudge against Purple. I forgot we saw that all the way back in like turn 20. So Lavender is gonna hit Purple and continue the grudge. Light Blue continuing his very small fights against Peach, and Peanut coming in here because of Gray saying that Gray ratted. This is so funny. Ooh, actually Peanut's in a bad spot here. He's going to lose a lot of... This is a lot of income that's completely trapped now. Pink says that he's running from Violet, which is fine. Violet has these... He's finally using his SS, I think. Oh, I might have lied. He has two different groups of SS. This has actually turned into a bigger fight. I would take a lot of these and push from this, because then you can kind of encircle. He is doing more what I said, though. Like, this is exactly what I would do if I was Violet. I would focus on this fight first. Like, this fight's definitely more important. Getting all this income out of the way, definitely more important. You have a better position to defend against Gray if Gray does want to continue teaming you. And Pink is actually, Pink just says that he's running from Violet, but I don't know if he does have animosity towards Gray. They kind of need each other at the moment, though, because Violet's the biggest threat here. So I don't know if he's going to hold that grudge and he's going to continue on. Or, yeah, look, he might actually continue on. And Gray getting hit over there isn't the best for him either. And he's like, hey, Pink, what are you doing? Pink's probably like, hey, I just want my land back, dude. Oh, this is just a juicy fight. There's like fireworks all over the screen right here because of all the mortars. That is a lot of mortars. Now see, this is the army comp I'm telling you about. Infantry, mortars, knights if you want to do some of the flanking or just some tanking if you want. Usually knights come in really good if you can get behind the enemy line. He has a war. You can actually see that the units are getting bored. Violet is OSB confirmed. And he's definitely playing like it. I said I wouldn't guess again, and look what I did. Oh, yes, and Peach still holds grudge against Pink. So Peach is actually helping Gray out versus Pink. We have alliances shifting all over the map right now. Lavender still fighting Purple, Purple fighting Violet, Gray fighting Peanut, Pink fighting Gray, Peach fighting Pink, Light Blue fighting Peach. Oh my god, I don't think I've seen anything like this in a Risk game in a long time. Everyone is fighting someone else. It's not even like straight up 1v1s either. It's like everyone is literally fighting a different person and getting attacked by another person. And that to me is just beautiful. Yeah, I really like this play. I'm so glad that Violet's finally showing that he's doing it this way. This is by far the best way to push. You can easily re-get this. Pushing up here with some SS support's not the worst. Pushing from the top here won't be the worst. Like, you can definitely grab Lebanon. You can cut trees. You can get underneath these bases. And then you literally have Yellow completely surrounded. All of these troops can be used again in the Mideast. Like Violet, again, if people are getting sidetracked here, Gray's at 51 income. They're looking at just income. Violet doesn't look like he should be triple teamed right now. And he's not going to get triple teamed because he doesn't look that scary. Here's the thing though, Violet is so scary because of all the kills he has and because of all the SS he has. Yeah, and so I think all these troops now, yeah, finish up Pink up here, finish him down here. Gray's just super confused why Pink is even attacking him. So Pink actually was just trying to run, it looks like. He did kind of hit Gray a little bit here. Um, and he's saying Vlop chill. Do you let him chill? I mean, you never really did anything to Pink, but any chance you can get a small player out of the game, you do that. Purple is taking his sweet time over here. I'm surprised Purple hasn't wrapped up the islands. I don't know if Violet has actually been building up here or not. Yeah, Violet, I think just, is he being annoying and just building once in a while? Maybe not. And Lavender not hitting Purple anymore is super crazy to me as well. Lavender has a really good chance to get back into this game by finishing off Purple, getting this land, and then he has islands in Norway, and that's a decent amount of income here. Peanut back to defending. This is a lot harder push for Gray than one can imagine, especially when you don't have these trees here. Being in either position on Gray side or Peanut side, the defending part's super easy. If Peanut can hold this base here, that's super nice, but he loses it. That's going to actually cause a little bit of a surround. Gray really needs to cut trees here, cut trees here, cut trees here, cut trees here. If he does that, he can easily take Switzerland. It's going to be a lot harder. You can actually see he is finally cutting trees. Gray is a good player, knows what he's doing. Back to Violet and his strategy for conquering the Mideast. Yellow is super mad. Yellow thinks that Violet is OSB and thinks that the map is helping him out. But at the same time, like, like you have to finish Yellow off. You can't feel bad for the player. Yellow was in the best position, had the most gold, most income. He just couldn't micro 2 spots at once, and that's okay. It's definitely hard to do that. I feel like, again, I will not forgive Yellow for the play against Peach, but in his mind, he was helping out his ally there, right? Like he thought he was helping Pink out and thought that Pink needed it. Ooh, I don't know. This actually, see, this isn't something that I would do. I would be the type of player, because just I can't micro it enough. I would just finish off Pink and Yellow, because I think that's hard enough as is, and he has a really hard position to take. But I can kind of see Violet's mindset here. I think, like, you had Peanut help you out, and you don't want Peanut to exit the game. And it looks like Peanut's losing, right? So if you can give Peanut any support that you can, while Peanut's still alive, it's you two versus Gray. And Peanut's just having a good time role-playing. Like, I think Peanut won't betray Violet. Peanut's pretty set on just helping out Violet because he thinks Gray ratted him. And again, I think Peanut might be looking at the incomes. Lav, we need to kill Vio. He gonna win. Oh, see, Lav is doing this later than I thought, but Lav is actually gonna continue to fight his grudge against Purple. And this is so funny. Light Blue and Peach have been doing this for so long. They've been dancing. Oh no! Oh, this is so bad for Violet. That's why I think if Violet would have stopped here, if he wouldn't have pushed Gray, he could. I don't think Peach does this. I think the second that Peach sees Gray getting pushed back, Peach feels like his hand is forced. And you don't want Peach against you. Peach is a good player. He knows what he's doing. And this is going to be a crazy fight now. Peanut pulled back to a really good position. You have 2 smiley faces. Double the happiness if you're Peanut. Gray, though, is going to snipe it. Peanut sees it. Peanut's good enough to see that he shouldn't lose that base there. That makes me super happy. And yeah, I mean, one other thing you could think of is, like, Violet could probably hold these forever, indefinitely, and Yellow just sits on 17 income, and Pink just sits on 11 income, and they continue to try to fight this, and they never make any ground, while you focus your attention here. That could be another thing that he's thinking of. Also, I like that he has so many SS. He's actually splitting up. He can hold this port down here. He's holding that there. If Yellow is smart, you can make life really annoying here if you have the gold for artillery, and you just be patient. You can snipe this. Purple, though, yeah, like, I don't know if he actually convinced. I don't think, like, Lav is just kind of slow to the punch, but Lav is very persistent on his mission. Purple not caring, and he's actually going to move on to Violet. And that Spain push kind of hurts Violet. Violet's going to have to spend about 50 gold here to stop it, but it does trap him. And you know what? As long as Lav and Peanut continue to help Violet out, Violet is still in a really good position in this game. Peak, is Peak actually helping? I might have missed chat here, but Pink is actually going back. No, no, no. Okay, so Pink. Oh, I can't tell what he's doing. Pink actually might be hitting Peach again. And this is Peach. Peach is gonna have to stop, help here, and he's gonna have to help himself here. Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, this is why you need a couple SS parked here. It's really hard to push up into this regardless. Violet saw it in the nick of time. Um, but yeah, you could hold this port for a while with some SS. You have plenty of SS. I'm not actually sure. Like, he should have like 20 around the map. He has 2 there he's not even using. He has a bunch there. Wow, I thought he had a lot more than that. I gotta be blind or something because I think so. He has 4 there, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh God, sorry. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. So wow, yeah. Okay, he does have a lot of SS. They're just kind of split. This is actually okay. If you're Violet, you give this up, I think. Peanut is actually chasing down Purple, or he's going for, yeah, he's chasing down Purple. So I think Violet has an ally for life in Peanut. Pink is making some weird plays here. Oh no, see, Violet, no, 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 this is what I'm talking about. You can prevent all that by just having a couple SS here. You could have contained Yellow, and now the Yellow Beast is broken free of his cage. And this is going to be causing devastation. Oh my goodness. Like, leave all this. This is a lost cause. You don't need this. You really don't need this. You could even protect Peanut with SS. Oh my goodness. Oh, Peanut actually says there you go, Lav. So, I mean, Violet needs Lav now more than ever. He needs Lav and Peanut on his side. And Light Blue? Is Light Blue going for Peach? I think so. Peach getting smushed by Pink and Light Blue. Pink pulling back. I'm not sure why. Maybe he thinks I don't know. I cannot figure out Pink. Oh, Pink maybe thought Light Blue was coming to help, and now he sees that Light Blue is actually helping him. Violet does ask Gray for peace, and that's needed. That's needed big time. I bet Violet might be out of gold. That's the only thing I can think of right now. And Gray super mad at Light Blue. And then Purple super mad at Gray for making the peace. Purple says what? Yeah. Yeah, take Central Light Blue. Yeah, so Pink just wanted Peach dead. Peach is gonna turtle up here. Peach really tried to help the whole game out, the whole lobby out, by fighting Yellow down here. But it kind of backfired. He lost his endless war against Light Blue here. It finally does have an end. So, and then he also, Pink hit him for whatever reason. Oh, and Violet is just no income now. I am so confused. Maybe Purple did more damage than I thought here. And now Violet says, Yellow, you're up for peace. He's going to give up this position for peace. Oh, I think there were so many misplays on Violet's part. Oh, and Yellow is like, I think I should kill you. I think we should finish you off. If I'm Yellow, I don't do that peace deal. I mean, I think you finish him. Gray says don't leave Purple high to dry, but Gray, that's what Gray just did. And now Gray says he has to deal with... Gray is very attached to Peach, and I don't know what caused this attachment. I haven't seen them talk much other than Gray talking about how he really wants to keep Peach alive. That's kind of sus to me, but maybe something happened early in the game that I missed. But yeah, Gray's actually going to focus his attention over here on Light Blue and Pink and trying to keep Peach alive. So Peach has somehow earned himself the biggest ally in the game possible. And this could be really good for Violet. I know that I've been saying really like sad moods about Violet and stuff here, but if Violet kills Purple, that's a huge W. And Violet can actually snipe this city, and if Violet snipes this city, Purple has nowhere else on the map to run to. Make sure that this is empty, and snipe the city. And yeah, look, Purple is now trapped. Purple is gonna have to make. Look, Violet even moved. This is OSB. I said I wouldn't guess. Sorry. Violet, he moves his units just in case a knight or something pops out here, and he does say good game, Purple. He has the respect of Purple. Purple has the respect for him. Both of them respect each other. Purple did his best, and he is gonna be out of the game. We're on the Nomad timer because of this, but I think it's empty. And Lavender pushing on to Gray now, while Gray is busy fighting Light Blue and Pink in Russia. And look at this. Yellow back to his former borders without the SS though. I would really like to see Violet and Yellow re-continue their fight. Peanut says gray. Stop taking my land. Oh, he wants Germany back. That was never Peanut's land. That's kind of funny. That belonged to light blue and then it belonged to gray. Tap the slap. Okay. So, um, he leaves. He was the host of the game. He was also the person who kicked Fresh. I don't like that. Could use less kicking in the risk community. But tap the slap is gone. He did his best. It was definitely a thorn in the side of Violet. Caused some issues for sure. Light blue pulling everything back. And you know what? This could be really bad for Gray. Gray hit light blue here in Russia. I would love to see light blue hold a grudge now against Gray, and we could have a big war with lavender, gray, light blue, pink, and that could open the doors for violet and yellow. Problem with Violet is he doesn't have. No, see, he didn't spring out of nowhere. Oh, I'm telling you what, like if OSB ever rewatches or not, if Violet ever watches his games again, that was probably the biggest misplay of this whole game so far. Like he could have held this for so long. Yellow wouldn't have been able to push out. You never would have got backdoored. The push here against Gray wouldn't have stalled out. You wouldn't have lost like 40 income. Oh, that was so frustrating to just watch. Yeah. So the lobby now. Violet says, "I'll take Italy and splits back." Okay. That never belonged to Violet either. He says back, but that was really peanuts. And Gray's in no position to say no. Violet says Yellow is a good player. I don't disagree. Yellow's kill death is only bad because of the SS fight. But yeah, Yellow is definitely a good player. And Yellow is... Oh, see... Gray has the wrong friend. I don't know what Gray's romance is with Peach, but it's gonna cost him the game. It's costing him a fight with Light Blue, a fight with Pink, and Yellow is gonna kill Peach. Oh, Yellow says that he's a good player, just not with SS fights, which, alright, that's fair enough. I feel like that's a lot of people in the community. But yeah, like, and will Gray now defend Peach against Yellow? Also, this is kind of clutch for Lavender. I didn't realize this. He's not really fighting Gray. He just gets all of his lands back. This is what patience will do for you in this game. He sat in the eastern part of Greenland for like 20 turns, maybe longer, 40, 30, 40 turns, and waited for his moment, and then he got literally all of his land back for not too many kills either. That's pretty freaking cool. Yeah, and look, Yellow's just gonna kill Peach, and oh, okay, so he does say he'll stop at Belarus. Okay. But Pink is gonna die to Gray, and Pink is technically, literally because of him, game is not over. Yeah, I mean, Peach did come with that last second charge against Violet here. Oh, and I hate the situation when one of the good players is stalled out and they're just in this spot where they can't do anything. He only has 25 income. He has the most kills in the lobby. He has a lot of SS, but that income's not enough to do something with it. And honestly, his best chance might be to expand against Lavender, because Lavender just recently got back to this gold. Although you don't want to interrupt this. If Lavender's going to fight Gray, you let them do that at all costs. Gray really screwed you over. You gave Gray all this land, and I've seen this happen many times. Your pirate and who you thought you could just give land to and stuff, well, guess what? They betray you. It always happens. Other than like a very rare instance, we had Mocha Loca be a really loyal pirate to Fresh in the previous game, but you know, like I'll be forever traumatized. I was in a tournament. I gave Trusty so much land, and Trusty ended up winning the freaking game and backstabbing me. And I mean, props. I mean, I would have done the same thing. I gave him way too much land. But that's what happens when you give these pirates too much land. And I think that happened with Gray here. Like Gray got way too big. He was top income for a little bit. He started becoming not a pirate anymore. He was thinking for himself. He wasn't serving you. And yeah, so now watching him get dismantled by Lavender, by Light Blue, by Pink, this is pretty great. Light Blue's talking about teaming, but he was definitely one of the teamers against many people. He teamed Green, if history remembers correctly. He teamed Peach, and so yeah, Light Blue has a. He might talk teaming, but he's definitely on the side of the team a lot. Pink holding on still down here. Let's see. Like, ooh. Is Violet actually gonna hit Gray? Violet, this actually is perfect for Violet because Violet's pretty good terms with Peanut. He's good terms with Lavender. He's never done anything to Light Blue. He can actually, I think he can get quite a bit of land, right? Light Blue gets all this, and Violet pushes from a, yeah, there it comes. Hold on, I got an ear itch. Hold on. Oh yeah, okay. So Violet is actually gonna be pushing on through Germany, and he is going to take a lot of land from Gray. And Gray can't do much about it because Gray has a lot of income and his attention's over here. Peach and Gray are going to be holding out, surviving in Russia now. We might see some interesting fights there. Gray's going to hold as much as he can. It's going to be hard to finish them off. But yeah, I like this. Oh, and we have movement. Oh man, I'm so disappointed in Violet. He did this to himself. Oh, Violet. Yellow is only back into this game literally because of this. You gave him the gateway to all this income. And now all of that income is paying for more SS. But he did self-admit that he is not good at SS fights. And right now he is out SS by, like, I think he has half the SS that Violet has. So he might have just made the same mistake he made earlier by going all in SS. He even admitted he's only good on land. He is going to actually push Violet here. So Violet, if I'm Violet, I stop here and I start defending this land. I don't continue on with Gray. Like, let others do. Gray's so busy with Lavender and Pink right now that it's not gonna matter. We just saw a roar here. He's gonna push. And Light Blue says, Gray, do you need help? And Light Blue was the yeah. Gray is not happy with Light Blue. Light Blue is flip-flopping sides. Oh my gosh, flip-flopping sides. And now he's saying check scoreboard. What does this mean? I don't know. I don't know. Light blue is cracking me up. Oh, we have a transport drop. That was really good. Yellow is target firing a lot of SS. A lot of his SS. And see what Violet can do. He can pull it back here. A lot of shots going to that drop. So the distraction here. Violet doing a really good job microing SS. When he sees one getting weak, he pulls it back. This one actually might. Oh, he pulled it back, and then he still puts it in the back line so he can get some extra shots. He does lose one, but Yellow has lost a lot more. Yellow has lost a lot more. And, oh my gosh, Yellow. Oh my gosh. Oh, I didn't even realize Violet actually had a tank here. That probably soaked up so much damage and extra shots from Yellow. But Yellow literally self-admits he's not good at SS fights, yet continuously pumps all of his money into SS. Now here, if I'm Violet, and I'm not saying I'm a better player, this is just like my strategy of like what I would do. I would go for the mid east. I would think, yeah, yellow is like you have to do it fast though, because yellow gets 70 gold every turn. But I would go mid east. Or you could just use your SS and push this, like reverse push this. Like it's not a big deal that you lose some of this stuff because he's gonna have to stop at this point. This is really good. You probably don't need all your SS to chase it down, but once you finish off these 3 SS, like Yellow's actually in a really bad spot. Yellow has 73 income, but he lost all his SS. Violet basically didn't lose anything. So if you think about how the bounty system works, Yellow is gonna lose like 15 SS, maybe at the most like 15 SS, and that's like more than 100 gold. Like that's 150 gold in bounty that Violet gets, and I think Violet only lost maybe 2, maybe 3 SS at the most. Like that paid for those SS. So Violet literally is just like, and like you had to think like the this thing going up, the higher this goes, like the more bounty or fight reward bonus that you get. Ooh, wait, this isn't good. Okay, so yeah, yellow loses that. Now if I'm Violet, this is his time to shine. He has one front to focus on. Everyone is over here fighting Gray and Peach. You have Lavender, you have Peanut, you have Pink, and they are fighting this bromance of Peach and Gray, and I completely missed it. And Violet is now trying to turn the table and say, hey, Yellow's on 83 income, but Yellow makes a good point. He has no SS, and he has the bad position here. Yellow can't push on any further in the south. He's not going to be able to defend any of this. Everything up to Slovenia is going to be open. Everything up to Romania and over here is going to be open. All his ports can be sat on. Yellow can do nothing about that. And this is so good for Violet. The fact that Yellow spent on SS is like the biggest win for Violet. Yellow had chances in this game, and I think if Yellow doesn't go SS at all and just focuses on land, he might have the best chance. Especially seeing that Violet still had a lot of SS, or Yellow just needed to wait longer. Like Yellow had so much income, if he could have waited longer to have like the SS advantage, then even if you're not as good as SS and you're just decent, like Yellow is not the worst SS player. Like he might have had a standing chance against Violet. And Violet was never going to actually hit him because Violet was kind of just stuck in a stalemate position. But yeah, this losing all your gold, this opens the door, and we're seeing a deja vu here. I do not want to see Violet make the same mistake, though. You have to close the turkey port. You have to blockade Yellow. You have to force him to be trapped in the Mideast while you continue to take all this land with SS support. And then you can be in a really great spot then. Oh man, so Peach has a really good KD. Gray has a decent KD. These players in like their alliance with each other, like I'm not gonna guess who they are. Anyone saying, like I said, I wouldn't guess who they are. We still have good players left in this game. Like I've seen Lil Lupe before. Lil Lupe I think has been good. LCU has been in a tournament. Dark Knight OSB. I haven't heard of some of these other people. And then we saw Kenji as well. Kenji's a good player too. So ooh, Yellow made him more SS. Uh, and this isn't Violet though. I mean, this is probably the best instance. Oh wow, yeah. I mean, that's a good move too. Using that SS, if Violet doesn't see it, is gonna die. See it, see it. Oh, he did a swap there. Why did he swap that one? I don't know. He might lose this to like 5 riflemen. Oh, the push from back. Yeah, this actually is bad for Violet. This is really bad for Violet. He's gonna lose his weak one again. Oh, he's pumps more. He should have. Maybe he just got that income, or maybe he just got a bounty or something. He should have pumped that. Is he gonna run now? No, he's gonna just finish off what he can. He's gonna do what he can. He didn't have all his SS in that fight. He has a healthy one here. This is where it gets really hard to manage your SS sometimes. Oh, what? I'm nobody's slave. Oh, Pink and Gray piece it out. Oh, something just happened big time. Diplomacy failed, and Pink is going now. Oh my gosh. This is huge for Violet again. Violet can't squander this position. We missed a trap here. I think Yellow was target firing a weak SS. Violet pulls it back. Yellow gets it, but now Yellow's trapped and he loses 3 or 4 SS because of that. Yellow does too much target firing. So one thing I would recommend if I'm Yellow, watching this game again, I would use A clicking more, and I would not really focus fire much. The first thing that you could do practicing SS fights is just simply pulling back anything that's getting targeted or anything that's too weak. And Violet has shown a good example of how you can do that going forward. So, I mean, just watching this game, you can kind of see what Violet does and try to mimic it. Because you have the unit control, you're able to do it. But those right clicking on SS is like the worst thing that you can do sometimes. So Pink running from Gray. Lav and Peach still fighting. Peach, the fact that Peach is holding off a 57 income Lav. And the fact that Gray is over here. Gray and PETA continuing their war. The war that the pizza man made. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. And now they're fighting all the way up in Siberia. And yeah, Gray kind of stops here. The push kind of stalls out with the SS here in good position. And Pink is going to get the best spot on the map now. But you know what? I mean, if I'm Violet, I pump everything at this moment. All the other players are locked in wars, and they cannot be disengaged from them. Peanut, Gray, Lavender, Peach. Pink is currently busy taking the Mideast, but Pink has no gold in the bank. So what you need to do is you need to fully spend and take all of Yellow's land as swiftly as possible. You don't even have to finish Yellow off. You can if you want to, but you need to take this fast, and then what you need to do is you need to kill Pink. Before Pink is able to, yeah, see, this is good. But yeah, you want to be able to kill Pink before he's able to consolidate a position over here, before he gets enough income and he sits on it to make it harder to take the Mideast. Once Violet gets the Mideast, I think it's game over. I think Violet just needs a good position on the map where if he gets teamed, he's in a good spot and he can hold from different fronts while pushing from another front. But yeah, I think the second that he gets the Mideast, it's game over for the rest of this lobby. And yeah, Pink is actually helping at the time at the time being, which he really flip-flops sides fast. I am kind of surprised. Ah, this guy came back. He's like, oh, this game's still going. Oh no, Peach actually, the income difference is finally catching up to him. And I kind of forgot about Light Blue being in this lobby. Light Blue can still be a game changer. It's funny that he actually lets Gray live in here. I don't know if he's colorblind and maybe he doesn't see this. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't want to mean to yawn. Oh my goodness, it's so much talking though. We're on 83 minutes. This is kind of nuts. Peanut holding the spot. He really needs to pull back to the safety of some defensive lines here and making it so that he uses the trees to his advantage. Gray was kind of cutting those trees. But yeah, now he just has a mortar line that's exposed, and this is not going to be good for Peanut. At the same time, Violet is struggling to push Yellow. Yellow has a lot of gold in units here, and more than I thought he'd be able to make. But the longer Violet takes, the harder this is going to be. Luckily for him, Pink seems to have chilled out. Pink isn't going to expand anymore, and if you're Pink, you're very happy. You go from this position and being Yellow's pirate all game to having the Mid-East now. But yeah, this, like, he's not even using his SS that much. I don't know why he's not taking these cities. Oh, so Benjamin was Peach. Interesting, and I want to know who Gray is, because Gray was super attached to Peach. I'm surprised Gray didn't, like, cry in the chat and say, no, my friend, my comrade, why are you dead? And now they're actually saying, good game, Noob Gray. Light Blue and Gray have some salt between them. And Light Blue is taunting Gray, even though Light Blue didn't do anything, really, to help with the downfall of Gray. But you know what? You get those wins where you can get them. It's all good. Lavender is actually shifting his focus now, so he was fighting Peach, and now he's going to fight Gray. Gray's going to move everything up because I don't think Pink is going to push any further. But yeah, this is just kind of frustrating me watching Violet do this. Violet taking so long to take this. I don't know his gold situation, but I guarantee like he has more than what he's showing. He needs this city and this city, and he can easily get this city as well. And guess what happens when you do that? Follow the cursor. You literally have a big envelopment. And you have SS support on the coast, so if Yellow tries to push and retake, he gets massacred. And then you have towers pointing at Yellow. You have an envelopment, so you have more units shooting at him. Like, the way that Violet's doing this is very frustrating right now. I don't like this push at all. And I would have chalked it up to like him being busy elsewhere, but he's not. And he has useless SS that he's just not, like, what are these guys doing? Like, even if you need a second to regroup, like, pull back, find all your SS, get all your SS over here, place your SS here. Oh, see, this isn't good. I think he accidentally took that port. I don't think he meant to. And Pink is being a butthole here. Pink is taking advantage and getting a free 45 on his kill death here. That was very rude of Pink. But, you know, if I'm Pink, I would do the same thing. Anything to make the kill death ratio look better. So Gray, only 14 income left. Lavender, top income. And Lavender really dragging out these fights in Russia. That's kind of a slog out here. He doesn't have enough bases to produce, and yeah, he's gonna come back here. He's gonna need a regroup. And yeah, Light Blue is just still holding on. Like, oh, Gray hasn't won a fair fight. Don't know who Light Blue is, but the fact that he's this mad is really funny. I love when people get super mad at Risk. I mean, it reminds me of myself. There are so many games, especially early on when I first got back into Risk. So I used to play Risk when I was like 10 or 12, or like I was in like the Risk clans and stuff at the time and took it super serious, right? And then I kind of forgot about the game, and then I saw a YouTube video, and I started playing again recently, like maybe a year ago, but not too consistently. Just started playing consistently like 6 months ago. But when I first started playing again, I would rage in chat, just like my 14-year-old self. And I think that, like, Risk is just an outlet for that. Like, you would just find someone, for whatever reason, they'd be your nemesis, you'd hate them, you would taunt them however you could. Even if you're losing, you'd be like, oh, I had a better kill death than you, or oh, you had a T. Like, you would just trash talk, and I think that's one of the best part about Risk. It just has so much drama, and it's a good ventilation, or, like, way to vent and get out all of this built-up anger and stuff that you might have inside of you. You get it out by playing Risk and chatting, just through the text chats here, which is great. Alright, so we are headed out here with, let's see. Alright, nice. How to check the phone here. This is crazy. We're at an 87-minute game, and I see no end in sight. This has been nuts. But yeah, I cannot leave this game. I have to see what happens. I have to see what wins. I stick it out. You all stick it out. We got to see what... Oh, look what has happened, Violet. Oh, can I rage chat right now as a caster? Is that a thing? Violet, this is the slowest push in the Balkans ever. Ah! Does he not have money? Just spend, you fool! Yellow gets 40 gold every single turn. Maybe he doesn't have money. His units keep running over it. What is happening, dude? They keep passing. How does that happen? I feel like if it touches the side like that, it should be yours. Like, come on. Oh my gosh, Violet. And what are you doing with the... I think Violet's just out of gold. But he could transport units. He has so many infantry he's not using. Oh, and Gray and Lavender, peace? Or does Gray... No, Gray just kind of gets this. Lavender stops the push. And Gray's a good player. Oh my gosh. Peanut and Gray are going to fight over this again. Oh my goodness. If I'm Pink, you have this kind of a... Again, apologies. If you have this kind of fight with Gray when you guys have the back and forth, I think I take my position and hit Gray before he sits on Russia forever. I don't know, though. Pink is kind of enjoying life at the moment. Pink sitting at 31 gold, and he doesn't have to do much. Oh, and Violet is finally pushing. This is really big for Violet. Violet's actually killing so much of yellow now. Oh, yeah, rip indeed. So I think taking this, I think he got a little bit of a side finally. He finally took these side bases. Gray says good game to yellow, and we need this game to progress. Like, we definitely need a winner here. Very good sportsmanship between all of them. Violet says good game, well played. Yellow definitely good on the defense with land, but the SS micro could definitely be improved. And so with this, I'm going to wonder what's happening. So Gray's busy. He has his own fights with Peanut. Lavender kind of chills out. And then Yellow calls the good game, but now he begs Pink to save him. And I don't like that. Like, if you call good game, just end it, forfeit. Like, you're kind of throwing in the towel. Oh, and see, Lavender's going to come in now. And see, this is where we're just... Violet's just screwed, man. Violet's just going to be a non-stop action. But he does have Pink scared. Pink is scared of the SS. And he knows he can't push from anywhere. But with Lavender taking France, Lavender might stall out on his push too, unless did he make these 5 gold ships? Lavender has an interesting playstyle as well. Oh no. And Violet can't even finish off a player in this lobby. Lavender's gonna come in. Yellow, yeah, Yellow longest game ever. You're telling me, man. Oh my goodness. I mean, you're kind of causing this though, Yellow, because you asked for help when Violet's about to finish you, and the only way this game progresses is if people start dropping off. Like, we're an hour and a half into this game here, and Violet's been teamed to death on so many different fronts. Oh, and Yellow actually does just call the good game. So the funny thing is, he literally begs for people to help him, and then he forfeits. So now Violet is left to fight Pink and to fight Lavender. And if I'm Violet in this situation, I think I solely focus on Pink and trying to get the Middle East position I was talking about. That's going to be so huge for him. He needs the Middle East. He can't fight Lav. And yeah, Lav has the most income. Lav actually, Lav has Pink helping him. Alright, so getting excited here. If Lavender's a good player or decent enough player, he actually has a chance to win this. Yellow's land up for grabs. He's very friendly with light blue. Gray is kind of busy doing who knows what with Peanut. And he has Pink helping. Like, Violet's going to call the GG. I think this entire time I was right about Violet. Violet just didn't have the gold to do all the fighting. I think Violet stalled out because he didn't have gold to fight Yellow. I was getting frustrated, but I just overestimated how much gold Violet had. I thought with how many kills he had, and I thought with the feed that Yellow gave him from SS, I thought he would have enough, but he doesn't. And I think Lavender recognizes he can go for the win here. The only way Lavender loses this is if Gray and Light Blue recognize that they have to help now. Because right now, Pink is pushing out, helping Lavender. Violet says, I have SS, but no land. So yeah, Violet actually might be able to live. Violet might be able to live and survive in this game. But he's going to need help, and he needs it fast. And Gray's moving troops to the south. Gray was fighting Lavender. Gray has every reason to hit Lavender. Violet, oh, Pink is actually gonna switch. Pink is gonna switch. Pink's gonna hit Violet. Pink's gonna hit Lavender. They're going to now join forces. They barely fought, but Pink is gonna consolidate this area, and he says, "I will fight Lavender." And Violet says, "Okay." Violet's going to let this happen, and we have so many reversals going on now. Alliances are switching all over the place, and even Light Blue is coming, and he's hitting Lavender, and I don't think Lavender's going to be good enough of a player. And Gray's hitting Lavender! Oh, it is a coalition! The map is turned all against Lavender now, and Lavender's going to fall apart. He was so close, he only needed 27 more cities, but at the last second, everyone's putting aside their differences, and they're now fighting. Light Blue hates Gray, Pink and Violet been fighting, and now they're all going to be hitting Lavender. Oh my gosh. And Light Blue makes generals. He's doing a general spam to take as much land as possible from Lav. And the loser out of this whole situation is actually Violet. Violet can't do anything with his SS. He can't get any more land. He has the most kills, the best KD. He has all these SS, and he just can't do anything with it. And look at the pumping. Pink is going to become top dog now. Pink is going to be the new top dog. Oh my gosh. And yeah, Gray has to retreat here. Lavender actually focused. He can only focus in a certain number of areas. And one area he focused was, oh my gosh. And the Knights of Nova. Oh, Gray sees this. Peanut, you shouldn't announce your charge with 4 knights. Oh, that's so funny. Peanut's just having fun. The Pizza Man is now Knights of Novaya. He's living out as a holy order at Novaya here. But yeah, Pink is going to have amazing position, and he's going to get all this land. Oh my goodness. Lavender, I thought would have a chance. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of what you see towards the end of tournament games when the timer's coming down. You get Knight spam and General spam, and there's absolutely nothing Lavender can do about that. And Light Blue's going to have a lot of land here. And I feel bad. They had been buddy-buddy in Greenland for so long. I kind of thought Light Blue wouldn't move on him. But everyone in this lobby is determined to make this game continue on. Like, this is just kind of nuts. Now we are getting down to a battle of attrition. Who can last the longest in this lobby? Who is going to have it in them to stay in a risk lobby for as long as we've been going? We're over an hour and a half now, and this is just nuts. I thought this game would be well over, but people are just really making sure that that doesn't happen. And now, yeah, Lavender actually fully spending into Gray, and Gray taking the brunt of this. Gray, I don't know. He should be able to hold on. I think he has enough units to hold on. Pink says Light Blue, you can take Poland. The Horsey charge is continuing on. Horsies are going all over the map now. Lavender has lost most of his empire, and I don't know how anyone's going to win this game. Oh my goodness. All right, so can someone please win this game for the YouTube? I cannot do another game of casting where we get to 2 hours. Like, I'm telling you what, I don't know what it is with my caster luck, but you guys have made it your mission to have the longest games ever. Ever. Like, this is nuts. And the fact that you guys are all switching and swapping alliances here, and I'm talking to all you players in this chat. Oh my goodness, that's just crazy. And so, Peanut here, he's going to be really annoying. And also, they kind of stopped on Lavender, and Lavender might have enough income to continue finishing up Gray. He has more than double of Gray's income right now, and he still has a lot of troops. And not only that, oh wait, is Light Blue helping Lavender now? I cannot keep track of the alliances and the stories going back and forth in this game. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm begging you for my sanity. Someone needs to win this game. Alright, so Pink is now in the best position with 63 income, 67 cities. Gray has too many enemies. Gray, yeah, okay, wait, that's why. Light Blue and Gray, I forgot about they hate each other, and Light Blue wants to prove he is the better player. He wants to prove that he's better than Gray. Gray made a bunch of roars to counter this. Lavender's pushing up. Light Blue's kind of getting smashed here. Light Blue's going to lose all he has right there, and that horsey army is gone now. And Peanut is making a horsey army. Gray is just dealing with horsey armies all over the place. And he says, my home has returned, so Siberia. I don't know if Peanut's a Siberian player or what. Um, I like this. I really like this from Violet. Violet needs more income. We know Violet's the best player in this lobby, and Violet desperate. Well, we think we know Violet's the best player in this lobby. Right now, he is showing he's the best player in this lobby. So I'm gonna say that. I think it's fair to say. But yeah, he's gonna try to pull income wherever he can. Lav was the one that kind of hit him and helped Pink and teamed Violet. So you definitely feel good about this. And if you can actually switch your position on the map to be the north and having all the islands, that would be the best case scenario for you. Wow, Light Blue still actually hitting him in Greenland, and Light Blue made a bunch of SS, and he's hitting him down here too. I kind of feel bad for Lav, but I mean, I don't know. And the Pink said Light Blue take Poland, but Pink's tanking it. And Pink in a really good spot. Pink would be in a better spot if he could actually have the whole Mideast, but he does not have the whole Mideast right now. And yeah, Gray, if I'm Gray, I'm super frustrated with everything. Like, you have Light Blue taunting you, you're teamed by Lav, you kind of hit Lav, though, in this position. Honestly, like, you kind of joined the lobby and hit Lav, and Lav focused you down. So you can't really I can't feel bad about Lav and him fighting, but, like, Peanut up here, Light Blue, the things with Pink, and I think it all came back to Gray being too attached to his buddy, which was Benjamin, Peach. So he was very attached to Peach, and that kind of lost Gray the game. He got too hung up, and he was all focused on monogamy and just having one partner in this game. And when that partner is gone, you're left all alone, and he had no one else to defend him. And we're seeing that now. We're seeing him. He's going to be joining his friends soon. He's going to have to forfeit, and he's going to be on the sidelines watching this game. Everything else going on. So Gray really wants to pirate for Pink, and he's actually going to try to run these guys all the way down. And Violet just says, guys, like, what the heck? And stop keeping players alive. So Violet is also, he's on the side of the caster right now. He does not want players to be kept alive anymore, because these players will just continue cycling land. And that's what happens in some of these random lobbies sometimes. You just get players who are just enjoying the game so much. They're having so much fun. They don't want players to be dropping out. They feel like the game will get lonely if we get down to 1, 2, 3 players. They got to keep people alive. And that's hilarious. So, Pink is letting Gray live. Gray's going to hold on. He now has a new master. So Pink was actually the pirate for Lil Lupe. And now he has a pirate of his own. So fortunes have changed for Pink dramatically across the course of this game. Gray last place, but good kill death. But Light Blue is like saying stuff. I'm confused because Light Blue has been talking bad about Gray and like hates Gray, and now giving him a compliment. Also, what's this? Like, why isn't Light Blue letting Violet take this? And we literally just have land swapping between players. Like, now Lav has what Gray had, Pink has what Yellow had, Violet has what Lav had, and Light Blue has what Gray had. Like, the players just keep swapping. Oh my goodness, yeah, this is crazy. We need a finish to this game. Let's have a big battle royale. This is for YouTube. It needs a good ending. No more teams, everyone for themselves. Let's see a big fight, winner take all. Let's see if okay. Well, I got the STFU from Gray. So I don't know who Gray is, but oh my goodness, that's bad. We don't like Gray anymore. Okay, we need someone to finish Gray off. Oh my goodness. Guys, we need this game to end. Someone... Okay, wait, well, Light Blue is actually making moves. Light Blue hitting Violet. with a lot of generals. We've seen this before. Light blue really likes his
A
generals.
player's forces are under
Peanut
attack.
just wants to keep these two. And Violet, I guess Violet's gonna get Africa out of this, and he's gonna get Ireland.
A town
Okay,
is under
okay.
siege.
And what's happening here? Oh, so Violet was Kenji. Wow, Kenji, great game on your part. Played super well. So Kenji actually, yeah, like that maybe that explains some of the stuff up here, but really great SS fight. Great job fighting against Little Lupe.
A
Did
player's
amazing,
forces are
but
under
I
attack.
don't get it's just so he's taking this stuff. Peanut really needs to get this land back. Yeah, since I annoy, how
Town is
did
under
Gray get
siege.
all of this? I think Pink actually just gave Gray all of this land, which is interesting. Like Gray's kind of back to being a strong enough power now in this game. And Lav is kind of sitting now. Light blue.
A player's forces are under
Light
attack.
blue still continuing on with his night charge. So he's gonna get all. Oh, I didn't see this. I was gonna say light blue is in a good spot because he's about to get all this land and
Town
this
is
land
under
for free
siege.
since Kenji left. But pink is now pushing. And so pink is actually going to hit light blue from a pretty good position, but light blue does have a lot of SS, so we'll see how far pink can actually take this. Gray hits violet down here. Um, oh yeah, violet's gone, violet's gone. So
A
gray
player's
actually has a chance
forces
to
are under
expand.
attack.
Gray could actually go Africa. If I'm Gray, I think, yeah, you make a transport, you go Africa, you take it. You could actually push up here as well, and you could take Italy. Um, let's see. Pink still continuing on against light blue. All right, so light blue, his cav charge is actually coming down to the south. Pink does not have nearly enough units for this. Pink actually needs to make a lot more because all his land's open here.
A player's
And light
forces
blue
are under
is
attack.
coming in. And he's taking a lot. These general charges have worked out quite well for light blue. And pink isn't really getting hit anywhere else on the map. He's actually trying to take some land
Town
here.
is under siege.
Um, Interesting. Okay, no, he's gonna lose. He's gonna lose. Pink's actually making a lot of wars to stop this charge. Light blue is actually spamming even more, but this is a failed attempt, I think. Because Pink now has enough to stop this. I think Pink's gonna be able to hold against the light blue
A player's
charge.
forces are
Lav
under
is actually
attack.
gonna retake the UK for like the 4th time this game, it feels like. And Pink going for the win. So Gray in the meantime is in a pretty good spot. He has the Mid East. I think Pink gave him that, by the way.
A town is
And
under
he's going to be
siege.
able to get Africa too. So two of the bottom positions on the map. Really good spots for him. And at the same time, Pink is fighting Lavender and light blue. And light blue has SS to make life difficult, and it's not going to be easy to
A
take
player's
that land. I
forces
don't know
are
how
under
much income
attack.
Pink has, but he's going to need a lot to be able to beat this. So Lavender going to be very slow, I think, because Lavender's now going to be focused on the Russia fight. I don't think he's actually going to be able to reclaim some of this lost land. And Peanut, I think, is just happy with his two countries. But if I
Town
was
is
Peanut,
under
I would
siege.
take this stuff. And if I'm Gray, I think maybe I continue on to light blue. Because you think you can get Spain and Portugal pretty easily. You can get these islands pretty easily. And that's quite a bit of land. That's quite a bit of income. We
A
have
player's
some
forces are
all-out
under
war
attack.
going on right now. We have Lavender and Pink pushing so hard against each other. And we have Light Blue and Pink. And Pink is kind of stalling out against Light Blue here. He is not able to push too hard because he has a lot of units that he's fighting in Russia. And yeah, he's on a withdrawal now. He is actually having to pull back, and he's going to have to be on the defensive against Lavender, I think. This is actually really good for Pink, though. He's going to be able to get that. And if Lavender can actually get the UK and
A
Scotland,
player's
that could
forces
be
are
really
under
good.
attack.
Lavender needs the income desperately right now. He's only at 13 income. And Light Blue is actually sitting on this North Russia port. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but that does take like 5 or 6 gold away from Lavender that he could be using right now against this war. And they're
Town
kind
is
of
under
fighting the
siege.
same enemy. Yeah, and this is what I was saying. Gray right now kind of under the radar. So Gray can take Malta, he can take Sicily, he can take Sardinia. That's 6 extra income. He can take Spain and Portugal, but right, I think what he's trying to do right now is not make an enemy. But honestly, he could have the whole western side of the map. I think though he really needs to just wait for his time to shine. I'd say let Lavender, Light Blue, and Pink bruise each other some more, and then you can go for the kill. Because Pink, like, then it could actually look like you're helping Pink, right? But you're really going for the win. Like when pink, because then you know pink won't hit you, and it would be a nice 2v2, but you make sure that pink gets super weak from this first. Because lavender and light blue are doing some serious damage now to pink. Pink is actually getting completely overrun. Yeah, pink is getting overrun big time. He just can't hold the East anymore. I'm wondering how much gold Pink actually has. He even lost this. He was doing something with SS down here. Lavender's pushing him pretty hard. And Pink is, if I'm Pink, I think I turtle up now. Because I don't think you can, yeah, here. And here Gray comes. I don't know if the timing's right, but you don't want light blue to get too big. Yeah, all right. So I think this is the right timing. You're at 36 income, and you're trying to look for any position in this game where you can go away with the win. Lavender's no threat to you. Pink is no threat to you. You can light blue is super out of gold, I think, but light blue does have a lot of SS. We can't overlook light blue does have a lot of SS, and if he does bring those SS down here, Gray could be in trouble. Light blue actually smart by remaking generals. If you make anything else here, I don't think you hold that. Maybe some roars. But yeah, so he remakes generals down here, but then he runs the generals away. So I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure why Light Blue's doing that. And then Light Blue's complaining about getting teamed for the third time this game. But again, we've already had this discussion, Light Blue. I think you've done quite a bit of teaming yourself. Um, he's at 70 income. And let's see. Uh, yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to push both sides. He has a lot of SS. I think if he brings the SS down here, he could stop Gray, and he could continue on with Pink. Pink has now got his hands full with Lavender. Look at Lavender's income skyrocketed. Lavender got Ukraine, got Belarus. He's actually making some really great pushes with his SS and stuff on the side as well to capture some of these lands and get underneath Pink. And now Pink is actually getting swarmed and kind of fed on. Lavender's actually doing a pretty good job here. Lavender's making up a lot of those kill deaths or the kill death ratio that he was missing out on earlier. He's also slowly taking this back. I wish he would be a little bit faster there, but he does have a lot going on. And light blue completely stalls out on his push here with pink. So now it's going to come down to a grind between pink and lavender. So pink and lavender are going to have a huge fight. They're going to be a 1v1, I think, all by themselves because gray now has the full attention of light blue. Light blue, I say that he is trying to do some stuff to get some land here, but pink, if he really wanted, I think he could just make a little bit and he could come take this. And at the same time, we see light blue is actually sending all his SS down. He's going to send his SS down to fight Gray. And this is where Gray's going to be in a tough spot. I don't think Gray can actually do anything about this. And we're going to see what Peanut says here. Peanut is just baffled by how much Gray has come back. And Peanut's one of the guys that teamed Gray early on and like came in and helped Violet out. So yeah, we'll see. Peanut's been sitting, and I kind of want Peanut to get involved here. If Peanut gets involved, every single player that's alive then would be in the action, and that would be pretty great to watch. But yeah, Gray is gonna come down to he's going to face overwhelming odds here, I think. He has position by pushing from this area, and I think he also has the fact that um, light blue may not be as good of a player as gray, but light blue also has spent a lot of gold on generals and like lots of gold fighting pink, and I think this is light blue's only hope in this game is with those SS, and I don't think that's going to be enough because I don't think he's going to be able to micro land, and he's still also hitting pink, which I think is not the play that you should be doing. He's hitting pink, and I think at this moment you could piece him out. Pink actually, I don't know where these SS came from, but Lav and Pink did, instead of fighting on land, they turned their entire fight into an SS battle. And that doesn't make sense to me because SS doesn't give you a lot here. Like the winner of the SS fight, especially like Crimea and then the South Russia port, and like this, like you can defend this without SS if you're Pink. I guess I don't know how much SS Lav made, but oh yeah, like you could have a couple artillery instead, and this wouldn't be as bad to defend. But now we're the winner of this is going to come down to who wins SS, I guess. And I say that, but light blue completely disregards Gray's push, and he's going to push the empty lands of pink because pink is completely undefended at this moment, and pink and lavender are completely spent. They are spent entirely on SS here, and this fight is going to be the death to both of them, I think. I think this is literally them killing themselves here because they don't have the money for land. Pink is going to start spending now. I think we just had the turn timer come, so he had a little bit to push back light blue, and light blue does do a retreat here. Light blue is going to stall out because gray is going to get a lot of gold. Does he keep an SS here? Yeah. See, I don't know. You can't park one SS on each port because you're actually gonna lose that SS. What Gray can do here is he can just send all his troops down here and surround that SS, and it will be over for him. So, let's see. Yeah, I mean, if I'm Gray, I think you try to go for the snipe. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, let's see how Gray does this. Because a good player goes past, they don't just A-click, they don't right, yeah. And then he's going to trap it. And so then this SS literally won't be able to move. It's trapped by all these infantry units. That one's gone. And I think that's going to keep happening to Light Blue. Like, that's going to happen here. It's going to happen here. He's going to lose all these SS one by one. And Light Blue really likes making knights. He likes making generals. He likes making these marine general guys. And these guys just aren't the best when they're by themselves like this. Like, these guys are probably going to die. This base is going to be sniped. And yeah. So, let's see. Peanut. Peanut is just chilling, just enjoying the view like all of us apparently. Lav, I can't tell. He's actually doing a really good job with these transport drops. He got an SS there, and I think Lavender is winning the SS fights. And you can see they actually both stalled out on land, and they're not pushing anymore. And Pink actually was able to reclaim a lot of his land. That helps him. He needs that income to be able to keep up with Lavender. Lavender has so much income, it kind of surprises me. I guess because he has the extra 6 here. But he doesn't even have this, and that's like an extra 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's another 6. So he could have even more, and he could have that. So Lavender. Oh, I missed that. Lavender losing that there. I think he made some more SS though. He has a lot more healthy ones than Pink does. Pink kind of has position around him. Pink is also trying to make some traps with these artillery units and funnel Lavender's SS in here, but that's not working out. And also, Gray is now, I think, in the better position. He is really upset with Light Blue. I think Light Blue got under Gray's skin pretty heavily. Light Blue was trash talking him. And Light Blue is literally saying my income is better than yours, so I'm better than you. But at the same time, he's losing to a guy with less income. So I'm not sure I follow the mindset or the logic that Light Blue is trying to use here. Oh my goodness. And so this fight, Pink looks like he's actually pulling back, and I think he has no choice. And Lavender has a chance to push, and Lavender could take Ukraine. He could take Belarus. He could just hold this for the time being. I think he's trying to push here too. But Gray is going to be in such a good spot because Gray's going to get all of Light Blue's land. And I saw Gray had some SS, so Gray did make SS down here. And this is perfect because Lav and Pink are just hurting their SS more and more, and they're stuck fighting each other. And at the same time, Gray is able to catch up in income, and he's also able to expand and take a lot of land off of Light Blue. So Light Blue, though, I think he lost a couple of these SS. Gray says careful in the mid-east. Lav is coming. So I wonder if we have a 2v2. Does Gray help against Lav? I think I would. I don't know though if you can defend against these SS and somehow keep taking more land off of Light Blue. Maybe you finish Light Blue off first. Like if you can take all of Scandy, that's like 12, 17, that's like 19 income just from Scandy. And then I think you're in a better position to maybe help out Pink. If you help out Pink, I think Pink gives you the game. Because Pink is the one that gave you Sanctuary here. You guys had some battles and stuff early on, but never anything too crazy, too serious. And I think Pink would just be grateful for you to let him live. Just like he let you live. It's kind of like repaying a favor, and then he would end up helping you against Light Blue. And I don't think he would hit you if you go for the win. You're still kind of far away from the win, though, if you're Gray. And you're losing this. You're being really slow with the Scandinavia push. Oh, okay. So he actually made a roar down here. I think these guys are roared. I can't click to see. Light Blue's finally outnumbered 3, 6, 7, 8, 3, 6, 7. All right, so they're actually similar, but for the simple fact that Gray had a roar on it, and Light Blues are weaker, Light Blue is the one that is in the worst position. And Light Blue started the whole fight off by target firing. I can't tell if he's target firing everything, but you do not want to be target firing in this situation. I think he is target firing in this, and if you're Gray, yeah, see, Gray isn't actually pulling some of these back. There we go. Yeah, Gray's doing a better job microing this than Light Blue is. I love that they had 8v8, but it sucks that Gray's were roared and his weren't. We really needed to see light blue have wars on his because gray's getting a lot of extra damage with that 25% modifier. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so Gray's actually going to come from behind too with another one. He's going to make sure that this is one, and he also has the land trap. So the land bridge is completely blocked off now. Light Blue has no means of escape, and this was all of Light Blue's bank. So once Light Blue loses this, Gray's actually going to have, I think Gray should be able to, wait, yeah, Light Blue's killing his own. That's actually a smart play on Light Blue's part. He's not going to give Gray the satisfaction of getting all that extra income, but regardless, Light Blue will be lost without his fleet here. Gray isn't going to lose a single SS, I don't think. I think Light Blue's going to continue to try to kill his own SS whenever Gray target fires. He missed it there, and I think he missed that one there as well. We should look up here. But yeah, Gray has a really good KD. Um, and what he really needs, though, is he needs Pink to hold on even longer. The longer that Pink can hold on, the better it is for Gray. So his nemesis, his rival this game, is out without defense anymore. So without these SS, I think Gray now, I don't know if it's premature for him to come and help out, but what he could do if he can push Lavender back, Lavender's most of his gold is in these SS right here. And I think Gray has enough. And Gray, I think, is actually coming. Is he coming to help Pink? If I was Gray, that's what I would be doing. I would go, I would help Pink, I would try to push Lavender's SS back, and if you can bottle him up here, you have free reign over the rest of the map. Lavender can't do anything about you taking stuff off of light blue. He can't do anything about the islands. Um, yeah, look, I think Gray is now seeing his moment to take the W. He is going to actually push light blue. He's going to push lavender. He should finish off light blue, honestly. I don't know why he's being so slow with taking all of these. Like, those cities are basically open, minus some spawns. Um, but yeah, I like this play. He's relocating his SS fleet for when Lavender maybe tries to make a move. Although this, I didn't realize that they might actually aggro some of Kenji's AFK ships here. Um, I don't know what Light Blue is saying. Light Blue is living in his world right now, enjoying life. Gray is gonna go for the win, so it's gonna come down to Gray and Lavender. We're finally down to the point where we have two top people. Lavender has light blue on his side, Peanut is just a spectator, and Gray has pink on his side. And Gray is definitely in the better position. Lavender has been spent. Lavender has been spending all of his gold every single turn on all of these land units. And we have Gray pushing up from a really good position in the Mideast. He actually loses this. If Lavender takes some of these spots in the Mideast from him, that could be really bad. But there are a lot of cities up for grabs in Russia. Like, Russia looks like it's completely open. And yeah, look, Gray does have Pink as a permanent ally, I think. And that's just going to help. Like, that's going to make it so it's a lot harder for Lav. Like, Lav is already out incomes. He's already out in the bad position. Lav has to pull back his SS. So all of these are useless. And Pink is cheering him on right now. So Gray was the subject to Pink. Pink was Gray's master. And now Gray is Pink's master. And Pink is cheering him on. Although Pink, yeah, okay, Pink is actually moving back there. And I think, does Gray think? Gray thinks that these are Pink's SS, I think? I think so. Because he said move your SS. But dude, if these were Pink's SS, Pink would have been winning that war against Lavender so easily. I think Gray just now realized that these are AFK ships that they can't be used right now. And so Peanut is just having fun taunting Gray. Oh, Gray's actually at the city limit almost. He needs 5 more cities. I don't know if he's going to get it this turn. It doesn't look like it. It's just a little bit too slow. 2 more cities if he can really push it. 1 more city. He might get it at the very last second. Oh, he almost gets it. I still think that he is going to win. 37. Light Blue, I think mentioned he's going AFK, right? Yeah, light blue is going AFK. So yeah, this is going to be wrapped up here. So we just got to do the countdown timer now. 40 seconds left. So Gray is going to come back. He came back from such weird positions too. Survived. He lived here as a. Oh, actually, if you remember, he took this. He lived in like Moscow. Was a pirate. Ended up taking this because Violet, I believe, let him. And then he hit light blue, and then I think he hit Violet, and then he retreated to Russia, and then he became like, he had quite the story. Oh, yeah, and he's still very mad. Like, light blue definitely got under his skin. It will be interesting to see who all these players are. Gray seems very upset with light blue. Light blue wasn't having it. Okay, so we had OSB as Gray. So Kenji playing super good, making me think Kenji was OSB. And Kenji did so good that game. But definitely, I think he had some misplays that we saw. But I mean, like his kill death and total kills, the fact that he left. But yeah, OSB coming in with the game. Frost X, I've never actually heard of that person, or Gaia. Dark Knight was actually pink. Okay. And I think that's the game, guys. So OSB, congrats, you had the big comeback there. Dark Knight with some funny plays early on and actually letting him live. Like Dark Knight let OSB live, and then OSB came back and won that. Pretty fitting for those two champs. And good games to Frost X and Gaia and Elsu. You all played well. Elsu, you were just having fun watching, man. So but yeah, that's going to be it for this one. If you stuck around for a 2-hour game, you are absolutely nuts, and you must subscribe, leave a comment that you stuck around, and we'll see you on the next one.